Well, okay, I'm swapping now.
Oh, okay.
You were saying
I was
saying that you knew exactly what was going on the internet.
Well,
And
Gabe
what is
Hoffman, who is a producer of some sort, right? He's trying to be a Hollywood guy.
You're a producer too, I guess.
I mean, I'm thinking about it as much of a producer as Gabe Hoffman at this point.
But he did a video about pedophiles
That's
in Hollywood,
true.
so he's a real good guy.
Wasn't that what's his name? Corey Feldman's documentary, An Open Secret.
Yeah, sure. Corey Feldman.
Corey Haim. I don't know. Whatever. They're all the same.
What is that? Why is he lecturing Ethan Van Sciver about comics?
Well, because I guess he's like friends with the Saska sisters.
What specifically about the incest, piss porn, trans kids, feminists, Me Too feminists do you find to be SJW? You know, we're both on the same side, you and me. You and me are fighting the same battles, you know? But can you define exactly what about incest, piss porn, pro-trans kids, Me Too feminists is SJW? Because I'm just like you and me, and I can't see it, so...
to put this
so
in
much we're the same. How can you see it and I can't? It just doesn't make sense.
I feel like sometimes you just go down the road and I have to explain to the audience what we're actually talking about.
They know.
Well, Gabe Hoffman right now is explaining to Ethan Van Sciver why the Saska sisters are an important...
Are based and cool.
They're based and cool. And they love...
the piss is based piss. They're thinking about Trump when they were thinking about God and Jesus. Jesus pissed. If Jesus happened to piss on a lesbian incest couple, that would be based, right?
Right. And he's saying that
because
they went on One America News Network to, I don't know what they were doing on there, promoting their...
Bro, you and me are the same, okay? I've been canceled, you've been canceled,
Anyone can get on One America... I've been on One America News. All right? So is that an argument in my favor? Am I a part of the good guy anti-SJW club or whatever? Does Gabe Hoffman love me because I went on One America News? I don't know what's going on in this whole sector.
So what about, so they wrote The Black Widow, that was anti-child molesting.
Yeah.
Sure, they invented a bunch of child molesting and put it in there, like some might say they're reliving childhood trauma, like, because they can't seem to make any content that doesn't have to do with child rape and incest. But, you know, I think that's pretty based in Christ pill, don't you? I mean, we're both the same, you and me. We're both the same, right?
The hypocrisy.
Surely you agree that we're the same, right? What do I have to do to talk you into this SJW?
Well, everyone's running.
Look how many trans kids I could fit in this bad boy.
Why does everyone feel the need to run constant near interference for Eric July? Just let him run his comic company and make his comics.
Let the black man work.
You don't have to constantly come out and go,
Taking
I
a
met
bite out of
him and I met the Saskas and we all prayed to Jesus together. I didn't because I'm Jewish, but clearly they respect the Lord, and I prayed with them just for the sake of it.
I said, take that, Lord.
I was watching the
gotcha.
I was watching today the Saska sisters on Nerdrotic's channel. And again, in the back of my mind, I'm just like, if these ladies were not working for you, if it was these two crazy,
ugly,
actual witch, Satanist, lesbian, incest ladies, they're making, I don't know, the new X-Men, the new Star Wars.
X-Men?
They're writing Doctor Who.
Is Gabe Hoffman making X-Men? X-Men!
If they were working on any one of these like nerd franchises, corporate nerd franchises, all these guys would be screaming. There would be endless videos about at the godless harlots who
Chrissy
they're
Mayer
allowing
got
to
some
make.
good shots in though, right? Because she's funny, she's a comedian. There's no way she just held her punches back because she wants access to Nerdrotic's audience. She had to have got some good jabs in there, right?
I don't know.
Somebody please clip me. I know Chrissy Mayer's funny. She's dirty. I know Chrissy Mayer got some great jabs on the incest piss twins when they were on the same stream together. Come on. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for them all.
I don't know if Chrissy would go
them.
there. I don't know if she would. I think she's too nice.
But nice is not, that's not comedy.
I don't think Chrissy Mayer is the kind of person to do a confrontation live.
I don't understand what you're saying. It's just comedy. It's just jokes. You know, why would she? I mean,
all I know is, everybody. I mean, the big Yaira's
coming. Gabe Hoffman was, listen, Ethan Van Sciver. So, let me tell you a little bit something about comic books. They print them on a page and then they staple them and then you fold them together. And then a lot of people do is they read left to right. I mean, if it was up to me, we'd be reading right to left, right?
Jewish guy.
So what's your problem with the piss twins, though? Surely.
I don't know why you can't
Didn't you read about their child molesting fantasy that they wrote?
Yeah, they were in a rape van.
They stopped it, though. They stopped it. Yeah.
Okay, look, if you want to say that people can change, that's fine. But the problem is that all your content is like taking people. It's like James Gunn. They go at James Gunn for like parties he was throwing 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
People he's friends with, and they're like, he can't make a Superman movie. He made a
Can't park
joke
your
about
car here.
pedophilia one time on
Yeah.
Twitter. And you're
Yeah.
like, okay, so for him, the rules are like 100%. You can't do anything. But the Saska sisters peed on. Well, I don't know who peed on. They're in a movie that involved peeing and putting centipedes in women's vaginas.
I support that, by the way.
Yeah, I
100%.
get it.
Love it.
100% artistic freedom.
Artistic direct my show? Fuck no.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put them in charge. Like if I had a very specific project,
Because they're too based. They're just too based for me.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want this to turn into the big pharma show.
Right.
It's just too based for me.
I would say if I'm a good Christian who just settled a lawsuit with another good Christian organization, and I'm here to make
Is
good
Gabe Hoffman
Christian
blinking?
entertainment.
Is he blinking the people that are forcing him to try to lecture EVS right now? How do you do Israel in Morse code?
It's just like
what are you
just gets
doing?
stupider by the day. And then people just for some reason, here's what,
As is on.
we know what it is. I was going to
Money,
say.
making money off. It's America making money off black people's work. That's
Yes.
America.
Yes.
All these white people are trying to make money off Eric July, an honest black man who's putting in the work and making money, and they're all trying to take his money. That's been America for 400 years.
That's part of it.
That's the
definitely
whole
part of it.
thing.
I was going to say.
Once again, the black man's being used for his labor.
I mean, I'm going to say he's being used for, hey, I have.
Hey,
we're guys in a space which it's mostly just white guys, and we all hang out. We talk about white guy stuff, and everybody always accuses us of being racist.
blackface?
and
You
not
think they're wearing
understanding.
them for a virtual blackface?
I think that to him, it's like, well, we have Eric July. He's our black guy, and we want him to make a lot of money because then it's like, hey,
Yeah, but I phrased it in a way that's not racist sounding. Mine was
Well,
like 400 years. For 400 years of white man, right? We built this city.
why can't all these
My
guys?
people.
Okay, I have no problem with Eric July's friends supporting him.
I do.
Okay, have him come on your show. Go, I got a new comic book out. Come check it. Like
sucks.
I do plugs. I went on PKA, and
Here we go, plugging the plugs.
Well,
Look at that. What a big shot you are.
I'm saying I don't go onto a show and expect them to do like a glowing. No one's doing a 4-hour super killer live stream for me because that would be retarded. And yet,
I'm going to do
Nerdrotic is doing. Hey, it's the Saska sisters here to talk about Yaira for 2 hours.
Wow, look. And how big did you say her tits were? Oh, she doesn't have any tits. That's interesting. Huh.
It's like
How exactly big are her tits, and when was the decision made to not give her any tits?
And the worst part is they're not getting a kickback. If Nerdrotic was at least getting a little bit of payola, I'd be like, all right, cool. But he's not. It's just all these guys tripping over themselves to be like, we have to have Eric succeed. Because if his... well, you know what it is? Because they did
Dick
invest...
and Vito cannot win.
That's a
Dick
lot
and
of it.
Vito cannot win. I
they're
don't
gonna
care
look
who we have to
stupid.
team up with. Maddox, Null, Gabe Hoffman,
If
Nerdrotic.
Eric ever defaults on that warehouse, like they all end up looking like the stupidest people in the world. Because they made a million videos about how this guy's the future of comics and the next Stan Lee. And it's
Yes.
like, oh, I'm pretty sure Stan
Right.
Lee never
Defaulted on a warehouse.
loan.
And if he did, it would have been awesome.
Yeah, and if he
Excelsior,
did-
bitch.
Actually, you know what? Stan Lee probably defaulted on loans later on in life when he was
Yeah.
making Stripperella and shit. But that was fine. He'd already made all his money by that point.
Baby.
This is supposed to be the young Stan Lee era of nothing but success.
Nerdrotic getting mogged on his own show, man. As that bald pronouns guy,
Yeah.
he gets on there and starts like aggressively shilling, and then you can see that Nerdrotic guy like just kind of look down, like, oh, bro, you are getting.
Is he shilling
you are
Yaira?
getting dog walked on your own fucking show. It's embarrassing.
As is also not getting money from Yaira. What is this like cuckoldry?
Here, you do. You tell me
Dick,
something.
how often have you gone on someone else's show and been like, you gotta check out Vito's comic book Super Killer? No, you would never do that because that's gay and weird to simp for another man's project.
I'll be Nerdrotic.
Okay.
And you be at. Well, don't
What
be
do you want me
as.
to do? Say
You
something
s-
about pronouns?
Talk about how good Super Killer is and how it's on time, and I'll be
Okay.
Nerdrotic.
Well, I've got a great new comic book, Super Killer, and the schedule, we are 100% on time. The artist is just plugging away. There are no delays, and everyone's really excited for it.
Okay, well, let's calm down with the... You can't be as aggressive as that. He's like, yes, and that was the greatest thing ever. And I do look good in those sweaty head pictures that I post on Instagram every day.
I mean, we're going to get into it for some reason, but as is... They're trying to say Az was always right with that stupid pronoun rant.
Who gives a shit?
Genius.
He looks like a fat retard.
Well,
you can be as right
another
as you
fat
want.
retard.
You would also look bad.
That's why I don't... If I'm going to give an impassioned speech, I'm going to think it through. It's not going to be...
I'm going to do a 4-hour stream on your comic after it comes out.
Well, you're going to have nothing but good things to say.
Oh, that doesn't sound like me.
I think you haven't. I sent you the new pages that like change up some things. You know.
Oh man, I can't.
You should take
That's
a look.
My favorite thing to do.
You
is
should take a look.
Reread another.
Just like start from like page 40. You don't have.
I did. There you go. I read it.
Good.
Just now.
She has cancer now.
Really?
No.
I went on Mr. Girl's show and talked about that.
What did he say?
He said I told him he was right, and he said, "Yeah, he's just way too nice to his." Character, and I said I agree 100%.
She suffers things in the comics. She doesn't also have to get cancer.
She does not.
Yeah, she does. What
No,
are you talking about?
She doesn't.
Bro.
She doesn't suffer anything. What?
Okay. I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but like,
okay.
literally a lot of stuff, bad things happen to her.
Besides being a woman.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready?
It's her period. Yeah, let's do it.
That would be funny.
That would be fun.
And I got period all over my panties, and then you pull it up.
All right.
All right.
I'll hit her in the head with a fucking shovel. How's
That would be something.
Only he's a
You're
critic.
supposed to be saying biggest.
No, I'm supposed to go biggest problem in
What exactly? Universe! Welcome to the biggest problem in the universe. The only show that ranks every problem in the universe, from people who can't stop bouncing their knees to images with no transparency. I'm your host, Dick Masterson. Joining me as always is Vito Links.
Really sold that rhyme, Dick.
I realized it wasn't funny halfway through.
No, it's not funny.
Like, ah, shit, there's no jokes in this one. Maybe if it was reversed or something. If we had kids, too, could have been a good one. Anyway, how you doing?
Feeling good, feeling strong.
You're high energy today.
Not really.
I give you 9 out of 10 vetoes. I give you 4 out of 5 vetoes for your energy today. What can explain that? What do you
I'm
think?
chugging this coffee. I've got a furious rage inside me.
For what?
From an entire week of stupidity and moronicism that keeps compounding itself.
Moronicism?
Yes.
Why? Did Gabe Hoffman try to lecture you on SJW?
Everybody's got a fucking... Everyone's got a problem. Everybody's got a fucking problem.
What about these Me Too feminists who support trans kids? Is SJW to you? What do you mean? That's
what about that?
You know, around these parts, you know, I reckon they do things. I reckon they do some weird things on the West Coast, but where I'm from in Omaha, Nebraska, we support Me Too feminists, trans and kids.
Me Too trans.
Yeehaw! I'm Kevin Costner.
Just say Eric July hired 2 obvious SJWs because they wrote Marvel comic books that he liked. And all this shit he said about how, you know,
and
Marvel
he wants
comic
to fuck
books
them.
is
That's
woke.
why, because
Well,
he wants to fuck twins. Remember when he had that tweet saying, bragging about some kind of imaginary... anyway.
I did not see that.
You ready?
Yes.
So you were on PKA.
I was. I don't know if the episode's up yet publicly.
Oh, spoil it.
Well,
What did you talk about?
What did we talk about? We talked about the weight loss contest.
Oh, did you lie and say you did well?
Dieted
you're
and
losing?
exercised?
Yeah.
No, I admitted to my duplicitous trickeries.
Okay. Did you tell them everyone was very disappointed?
Why? They weren't disappointed.
They got robbed by you.
Yeah, I
And
know.
you
That's
cheating.
funny. I haven't even got... I still got to get the money.
Don't give it to him.
Just sitting in that
Throw it
bank
in the
account.
trash.
No,
You better
don't do
hurry.
that. Why do I gotta hurry? It's just sitting
Okay,
there,
you know
right?
what? Just let money sit wherever. That's a good way. That's a good attitude
I don't
to
know,
have.
man. What do we do with money? It's just there.
You can burn it on your shitty stock picks that you do.
What are you talking about? My stock picks are through the roof.
You said you were up 5,000 today, and then you were down 2,000.
Yeah, I mean, it was just I was excited because today was the jobs report. You know how unemployment's
so for
going.
A bad stock trader, that's a very important day.
It's not for a bad stock trader. For all stock traders, it's important.
Sorry.
Economic information. And the jobs report was positive, but apparently not positive enough.
Do people Are there people who get that information and then make money off of it?
Yes.
Who are they?
What do you mean? Are you talking about?
Who are the people who get this information and just make a bunch of
Well,
money?
it influences your trading decisions. If the economy is cooling down, you might, move in the other direction.
Buy worse stocks? What do you mean?
No, you could just keep sitting on your cash stockpile.
You sit on it, but then wait to make some bad trades, or
why do you think I'm making bad trades? My trades are not bad.
All traders make bad trades. They all lose.
Sure, but you just got to make more good trades than bad trades. All right, you're just mad because I told you
I'm not mad.
to get these. No, you said to me that when all these stocks went up, you were like, "Oh man, I probably should have listened to Vito." And the only reason you changed your mind was because I told you I lost a bunch of money like 4 years ago.
No, I said, "Oh dang, I wish I would have listened to Vito." And then what kicked in?
What?
Discipline.
Yeah.
No, I definitely don't want to day trade because I saw.
Okay,
else
but
making
you
money.
have crypto. That's a pretty risky bet.
Okay.
I'm just saying, it's not like you don't also buy
see
things.
the inflation that's happening?
Did you see? My stocks are up. What do you want? I got like 100% returns on some of these stocks.
Which ones?
The Nvidia's up 400% for me.
Do you have? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I should have. And
Should've bought more.
Well, honestly, yeah. No, I sold some before the huge rally, and I feel like an idiot. I'm kicking myself over it.
Okay.
Also, that stupid healthcare stock, Hims, and Palantir.
That's all you got?
No, I got a bunch of other stuff.
You got a bunch of losers, too. You don't talk about those.
My biggest loser's a Teladoc. I told you that.
Oh, they're the worst. They're the worst service on the planet, I think.
Yeah,
I've never wanted to murder someone as much as I do when I deal with. I think I've ended every single Teladoc call screaming at them and hanging up.
It's still. I think it'll still keep. It's. I don't know. It's not a good stock. And then solar is in the toilet.
Oh, thank God.
A lot of that's to do with the what do you call it? Everyone's waiting for the interest rates to change up.
Oh yeah.
Because right now, if you want to put in solar panels, you got to take out loans usually to do it.
Yeah, because they're not worth it.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're betting on the government giving them free money.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah,
that's
amazing
how it works.
Strategy.
When they get subsidies and shit, it's like, all right, solar's here, because the only way it works is if the government pays for it.
All right.
So if Biden wins, I'm good.
Where's this? There, here it is.
Vito.
There you
Day
go.
Trader Vito. All
the
over
winner, fake transparent PNGs. We have
Wait,
a bonus.
I won?
You did.
Oh my God!
Big time.
It's been I feel like it's been like 3 episodes.
We have a new bonus episode out. The biggest problem in Final Fantasy.
I enjoyed that episode.
It's all about video games. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's fun. I like talking about video games. I
know.
guess it's an episode for me. But you had a great problem. If you guys want
Somebody
to see.
said, Dick, this isn't really on brand for you. I said, first of all, kill yourself. Secondly, what do you? Why do you think that is?
I've had a lot of people, though, go like, wow, this is actually a really, they're like excited about this bonus episode. They're like, oh, this is cool,
Yeah.
And somebody said, like, this is great because I took a clip. I made a little clip from that episode. And they're like, oh, I sent it to, like, some of my normie friends who are like nerds and whatever else. And they're like, oh, this is great. Now they're watching other episodes of the
content
show.
of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the themed bonus episodes are fun.
Well, it wasn't that it's themed. The theme was video games. Final Fantasy specifically.
But I want to do more. I like video games. We have a lot of people. I probably 90% of the audience is playing video games, right?
I have no idea. I hope not.
But everybody knows what Final Fantasy is. They know it's like, gay anime shit, and that's funny to talk about.
Okay.
Great bonus episode.
That was a good bonus episode.
Great bonus episode.
The parallel economy was second. Mine. Distracted children was third. And then guys bouncing their legs when they're nervous was negative, which is
that's
biased
strange.
voting.
That's
a bunch of guys who can't stop
everybody in our
bouncing
audience
their
has
fucking leg.
some level of nervous compulsion.
Denial. Stop bouncing your legs.
I'm not.
I gotta. Not you. People. I've read a ton of comments. So it's not something that you can help.
Oh, you read a bunch of comments, huh?
Uh-huh.
You got any queued up here? I want to see what specifically you chose to comment on.
Martin O'Keefe says, Vito, the inability for you to defend your ideas against scrutiny is evidence that they're bad ideas. That bad feeling you get when Dick criticizes your ideas is because you know the criticism has merit. Vice isn't a fair comparison as it is investigative journalism. The people you're suggesting are YouTube commentators. What articles could they possibly contribute that aren't just woke Star Wars pop culture internet drama that they haven't covered online already?
Well, you're talking about a different era of Vice. I'm not talking about the investigative journalist era of Vice. That was like second wave Vice.
That was what you got out of that?
Yeah, that he doesn't know what Vice is.
That's the point?
Well,
that's what you grokked out of that is
I'm not doing an investigative journalism thing. That was after that was after Disney invested a bunch of money into them. They started doing all that shit. I'm talking about like punk rock and roll, man. A bunch of guys writing bullshit.
Okay, Logan says, here's another
I'm
idea.
pitching it as gay as I possibly can.
I think he's imitating you here. Here's another idea I'll never have the drive to produce. Don't mind the many other ideas I have yet to bring to fruition after years of support and interest. Aw, shucks, guys. I'm just a sad, lazy collector of consumable bullshit. I don't know if that was...
What
that's
ideas
over the
have I
line.
not brought to fruition?
Well, Super Killer.
Super Killer is coming to fruition. It is happening. You can't say
it has not happened though.
Yeah, sure.
That's the issue.
Okay, so maybe sometimes projects take me longer than the average bear. I don't know.
Okay.
Enemy Weapon is a fantastic card game. People like that. I have all my big video essays. Those took time.
That's true. That's true.
I finally uploaded my TMNT song, which is not that good, but it was just sitting on my computer. So
I saw you upload that. I was like, that's an odd choice. The risk reward on that is very
low.
Yeah.
I should probably
high.
take it down.
Yeah.
It's about the Jewish tunnels. I wrote a song about it, and then I forgot.
And it's also very late.
Yeah, I know, because I wrote it.
Niggler called into my show a week after that happened. Like, this is
already late.
Yeah, it's already late.
No, I know. It's been sitting on my computer for 2 months, and then I went, shit, I got to do something with that. And I'm like, I'll just fucking throw it out.
Mystic Marble says, Vito, you goofball. You played Final Fantasy, which has some of the most ridiculous outfits ever, but a cowgirl outfit is too inappropriate for hiking. What about Sephiroth's goth elf cosplay? Is that appropriate for hiking? The answer would be no.
He's a alien super soldier. He can wear whatever you want.
Okay. Yone Ranger says, this show is, quote, this show is trash. Buy my magazine, says Vito, he says.
Wait, when did I say this show is trash?
I don't know. Timothy R. says, Vito, you are stupid for the magazine idea. Doug and Anthony already tried it, and they failed because they couldn't find people to write articles.
Who the fuck is Doug and Anthony?
I don't know. Maybe it's this guy's two gay dads. I think.
No, it's Doug and Anthony
R.
failed. There's no hope for me. I'm trying to think. Are those like YouTube guys? Doug and Anthony.
It's Doug from Hoobastank and Anthony.
Yeah, if anyone in the audience knows who Doug and Anthony are, please let me know. Like Anthony Acumia? No, he wouldn't have had a magazine.
I have no idea.
That doesn't mean anything to me.
Doug and Anthony. What is that like? Oh, you mean Opie and Anthony? Who the fuck is Doug and Anthony?
I don't know. It's really confusing.
You're too into Doug and Anthony. Other people don't know who the fuck you're talking about.
I don't know. Doug and Anthony tried that.
Yeah, is this like a Tim and Eric sketch?
I like the idea that there's just two guys who have tried everything.
Honey, that's enough about Doug and Anthony. Bob Gina says, I'm a leg bouncer. It's not something I do on purpose. Yes, it is. Brugman says Gina Carano never made fun of the Holocaust. She was never told to apologize. She was fired and maliciously and falsely attacked in the announcement.
Wait, Gina was falsely attacked by Disney?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
They told her to do in her own lawsuit, in her side of the lawsuit, she says they asked her to do a video call about sensitivity, and she said no.
Yeah.
She just didn't show. So as far as I'm concerned, that is fireball right there.
Everybody thinks she got fired because of the Jew tweet, and that was just
the
kind
trans
of
shit.
It was the trans shit, 100%.
Yeah.
Because that was going on in the background, and then as that was going on, they were trying to negotiate with her. And even like Jon Favreau apparently went to her, and he's like, bitch, just get in a Zoom call.
Log off Twitter.
With all these gay people.
Yeah.
Let them tell you how great it is to be gay for an hour, and then you get your own TV show that I'm going to direct. And she went, I don't know about that.
Yeah, but why are guys playing women's sports in college? That's what I really, that's really important to me is women swimming in college.
See, you're very good at it. I think I'm pretty good at it. Is like, if you just swallow your pride, you get what you want.
I don't get what I want, though, somehow. I'm always doing
but
it.
You get closer to it. You go, yeah, I'll sit there and let gay people tell me I'm a piece of shit. Whatever. I get a TV show out of it.
Izom was amazing.
Yeah.
All right, next.
She stood up for her principles. What, her principles to say she doesn't like trans people? Yeah, okay. Congrats.
Don't worry, other people will say it.
No one else was saying that. You're so brave. No one else. Thank God we had Gina Carano out there.
Elon Musk is not shy about the reason he brought Twitter was to make it an anti-trans platform. He says it all the time.
They got rid of that dead
You're not moving the needle.
real quick. Yeah.
Original Moose says, I love the Vito pitches terrible ideas bit. Me too, actually. You should make it a regular thing.
I have a comment.
Okay.
This is from the Thomas Couch. He says, listening to Dick bash Vito's magazine idea was the most infuriating thing his Dick has done since I started following him in 2009. Equating physical media to it's just ISOM was the most Maddox thing he's ever done.
I always know it's a retard when they throw that one in.
I don't know.
You're being a Maddox. Okay, opinion discounted.
I have been getting so many messages from people saying, I think that's a really good idea. I would definitely buy that.
What are you
I think it's
Vito's magazine?
Interesting. Yeah, it's going to be called Vito's magazine.
Why not? That's not any dumber than what it could be called.
I was thinking it has to have, one of these. It has to be like Vice. It has to have a one-word name,
Shit. Could call it that.
I was thinking like Scum magazine.
Head Scum.
Not Head Scum.
This is like the most edgy, nostalgic
Like
shit.
Junk
Hot
magazine.
Topic. Call it Hot Topics.
Jism magazine.
Yeah. I asked somebody in Discord who was a fan. I was like, well, how much would you pay? And they said, $25. I said, okay. For how long is it? And he goes, like 50 pages. I said, so you think your $25 is going to cover how many articles do you think is in the magazine? Written by these 4 people that Vito named? Mr. Girl, Ethan Ralph, Sargon, and Vito himself?
I got a list of different people I could reach out to.
So 20 people?
Who was I messaging with recently? There's a lot of guys I talked to.
Tech support for Burger King?
Sargon of Akkad and me, we're good friends now for some reason.
You going to write a giant think piece on SJWs?
It would depend. I mean, I think it would be a themed issue,
Does the accent come across?
I have a couple ideas
print?
for different themes.
Like, what's one of them?
Well, there's some that...
Pokemon?
No, not Pokemon.
Final Fantasy?
Like, you would do the trans issue, right?
Oh, I would... God, if there's anything I want to consume more of, it's a bunch of fucking think pieces about how men shouldn't play women's college sports.
Well,
Tell me about... Get Riley Gaines in there.
You would have to find people who probably have, like, a more unique take on it. But it is an interesting topic.
It is not interesting at all.
Oh,
it has
come
been
on.
fucked to death.
I know it's
in
been
front
fucked
of
to death,
me. It's
but
less
now-
interesting than Star Wars, the trans shit.
I know. Well, I think we would save it maybe for a rainy day. I think that's like an easy softball
It's too topical
topic.
right now.
You do like the AI issue. Everybody weighing in on what's going on with
People
AI.
that aren't programmers?
Yeah.
Okay. And what would they say? It's bad?
Maybe. I think we would get a range of different opinions. You know what? You're right. Let's never talk about anything.
I mean, it just sounds like shit. A magazine of AI? Oh, the AI issue. It's going to take our
maybe
jobs.
Maybe it doesn't have to be themed. I don't know. I think as people said to me, what's good about it is like, somebody writes an article and maybe you're only reading articles from one guy. The good thing about a magazine is you're encouraged to be exposed to viewpoints that you normally wouldn't seek out yourself. You're no longer, you're not in an echo chamber when you read a magazine because you got it all right there, unless the magazine is
Did he pitch that idea in the
ideologically,
70s when they
driven.
invented the first Time Life magazine? When that would be relevant and everything's not just suggested to you by an algorithm?
What would it take to get you to write an article for the magazine?
I wouldn't write for a magazine if someone had a gun to my head.
What if you're going to get all the writers are going to share in the profits? It's going to be
There's going to be zero profits.
Why would there be zero profits? We're just print a magazine and send it out.
How many
to
people do you think will buy it?
I think depending on who we get, if it's like we pitch it right and we say, hey, it's an event. You're gonna actually sit. It's like you're gonna get all these different.
You can read about AI.
I mean, like, wasn't the whole point of all this like internet shit? It was that we were gonna like share ideas and have like outrageous viewpoints, and now we get banned from everywhere if we talk about it, and people are being silenced, and people are being censored, and whatever else. I know you have to be snarky and dismissive of it because
It's
it's
a
all
terrible
gay.
idea.
Why'd you start Backed By?
For money.
Okay.
Not to sell magazines.
Yeah, it's not about
For money transfer.
Not about helping spread ideas or information.
No, it's about
or
money.
Letting subversive. Well, you're not doing a very good job with the money thing.
I'm not.
Well, just with Backed By, I'm saying. You promoting
Sorry,
Backed
what's
By?
crypto at
I
right
promote
now?
Backed By more than you promote Backed By.
So that's why your magazine is good? Because
I'm a
my
great
ideas
promoter.
are not good?
Well, I was thinking I should talk to you. You should promote Back by More. It's a good project.
Thanks. It is.
Yeah. So what's going on with it?
We need a recurring billing feature that we're waiting on some people to make.
And then once that starts, there's going to be more of a push.
Yeah.
Good.
This will be easier to use. Right now, it's too difficult to use.
I think there's a hole in the market. People are getting banned from Patreon. People are getting banned from
So they
everything.
should get a magazine?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck.
I mean, it's an alternate source of funding if people's writing, if that's what the value they provide, if they can sell a physical version of it because they're banned from, disseminating their viewpoints on YouTube.
Why not just a printout? Why you have to make it a magazine? It's cheaper to just print it on a piece of paper.
Well, I'm sure we can put out a digital version. Maybe the digital version. Can we wait?
No, I mean like just a printout. Like print everybody's article on like a piece of paper and mail it.
Why were magazines laid out at all? I think it makes it easy to read.
Because it was on a magazine
it's
stand.
eye-catching.
To look at it. There's no looking at it in this one.
I enjoy a good magazine layout. I would have to find a guy who can do magazine layouts. It's probably a rare skill in today's day and age.
Go on Fiverr. It doesn't have to look good. People already bought it.
I would like it to look good.
Okay.
Whatever. This is a rainy day project. We're focused on the comic book right now.
Yeah. Who's we? You.
Me and the rest of the guys working on the comic book. Why do you keep saying it like I'm the only person working on the comic book? All right? I got a little team.
I just want to know what you mean by we.
I got a little team. I got a Discord channel. We started, did you see we posted some, I mean, it's just the flat colors. It's not the actual colors, but they look cool.
Yeah, they look great.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you? I have no more comments. Do you have any?
I have a very special segment that involves a musical sting.
Okay.
And that segment is called Vote It Out.
With so much drama on the internet, it's kinda fucked that Russia hasn't nuked us yet. But we somehow, some way, keep coming up with even bigger problems like every single day. Pussy cops, the war on anonymity is fucked up. Medics and Ripper are cucks. Yeah.
From Jazz
2 in the morning and indoctrinating children still 89th place. I got a two-party system and I'm filled with regret. But the payment processors haven't canceled me yet.
What?
So what you wanna do? Shit, got a pocket full of Spider-Man's natural risk goo. So buy up the dip and dip a chip. But I know you're gonna break that shit. It's a parallel economy. All this anti-woke marketing is motherfucking dog.
All these guys make
Longer.
I know it's like
It's like I'm listening to a fucking magazine here with the length of these stingers.
I'm like, all right, he's gonna rap about the problems. He'll probably do 2
30
or
seconds,
3.
jackass.
We'll get to the chorus in a second, but this is voted
You know what he sent
up.
in too? He said this is to play after, and I'm like, first of all, don't try to direct
I
me
used
in
to-
how
yeah.
to.
A minute and a half of like, I think the joke.
Jazz Blister.
The
all
joke
right.
is it's a song you recognize, but it's singing about our stupid shows segment. That's it. That's the whole joke. What the joke is funny about 15 seconds maybe, and then we just stretch it out a little longer, and it's like, all
So you
right.
get it when it's other people's stuff.
Well, mine
So
are.
it's like a magazine is like,
Yeah.
oh, it's kind of a funny idea, but then like,
I
no
don't
one-
relate it back to the
Yeah.
magazine. Guys, this is Voted Up, where we revisit past problems and add a little bit of modern context. From all the way back in episode 27, what was that, 2 years ago? This is a problem I believe I brought in called Smoking is Too Cool.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Dick, everybody loves smoking, and we understand why. And any attempt you make to stop it will fail. As we've seen in New Zealand, which just repealed its first ever, this was the first world first law, the first country to ever implement this law that would ban all tobacco sales for future generations.
Oh,
This would have
they
made it
repealed it?
illegal for those born after January 1st, 2009 to buy any tobacco products.
Wow.
So your buddy who was born a week before you, he's
smoke
allowed
all
to
he wants.
smoke it and toke it. You just have to sit there and take it. Thankfully, New Zealand rioted. They correctly pointed out that this law was racist.
Wow,
Against
racist?
the Maori and Pacifica populations, groups who very much enjoy
Sure.
their tobacco
Oh
usage.
man, thank God. Some days Every once in a while, they get me. God damn it. Thank God for minorities.
Thank God for minorities, because you can always step in and go,
me, you fuckers.
I don't think you can take firewater away because that's sacred to our people. Oh my God, we didn't realize.
Yeah, the minorities. You're fucking minorities on this one. Yes.
They are. That is one very good use for the minority shield. So even though researchers and campaigners in New Zealand are devastated, saying that thousands will die, of course, we had to get rid of this law because everyone knows.
That's going to be more than thousands.
Oh, a lot
millions.
Well, it's New Zealand.
Oh,
you know, I'm saying the New Zealand people. Thankfully, we were saved due to the Maori and the Pacifica populations.
Wow.
And their love of tobacco. Thank you, Maoris.
Do they do one of those stupid haka? You know what? I'll watch a haka and not think this is the dumbest, gayest thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. It sickens me that I even know the name of it. It's so embarrassing to watch everyone do it.
Yeah, but now you get to
know what? I'll keep that to myself.
Now you'll keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
Now you go, well.
I'll be thinking it, but I won't say it.
That is currently problem.
Do it with a cigarette, like Vince Vaughn in Old School. Oh.
Well, that's the thing I didn't realize. After they do that thing, they're all just toking up, having a good time. That problem is currently number 428, very low on the list, so don't forget to vote it up. Now, this is one I think you'll find interesting. I think this was a problem you brought in from episode 61, the problem of child support.
Oh, yeah.
Dick, how do you have you changed your stance on child support at all?
My stance is worse now.
Worse?
Yeah.
Even more against it.
Even more anti-women.
So what would you think if I told you the Republican-led Kentucky Senate voted overwhelmingly to grant the right to collect child support for unborn children?
That sounds like something that Republicans would do.
For the unborn, basically what they're saying is if you are a pregnant...
Knock her up. Yeah, we're getting you right away.
Well, yeah, they're going to hit you.
It is a life. It's not just a fetus, actually.
Right.
That was a joke. Like, oh, yeah? So you get child support for a fetus? Yes. Like,
yes.
Why did I think that would... Why did I say that?
The second you have sex with the woman, you immediately begin to owe her child support. And now the woman has...
it makes sense.
Once the baby is born, the woman can now go and petition the court and say, I want 9 months of back pay for all that. Yeah, I was carrying a kid around, man, and all the expenses associated with being pregnant.
Oh, wow.
Now in Kentucky, so basically every woman's getting an extra 9 months of child support. Not every woman, obviously, but those who are
just the ones who are too intolerable to be around.
That, of course, went through the Senate on a supermajority 36-2 vote, considering the Republicans have supermajorities in both chambers. Kentucky is actually among 6 states where lawmakers have proposed measures similar to a current Georgia law that allows child support to be sought back to conception.
And no hand job laws at all yet, right?
So
no,
if the kid...
mandatory hand jobs.
No, they don't have that yet. I didn't understand, though, like, if the kid, let's say the kid dies in childbirth, do you still owe
your money back?
Well, do you still...
Is that murder?
Do you owe 9 months of child support at that point? It's like...
Obviously, the answer is yes.
But you're supporting child support for a kid who was never actually born?
What if they, most pregnancies ended in miscarriage, right?
Right.
What if they miscarry? What if she's too fat to even know if she's pregnant or not?
Basically, women are making out like bandits.
Like always.
Like always.
Getting squeezed from every side.
Well,
I noticed cheeseburgers for $20. Well, actually, and you have to pay child support for a fetus. Oh, okay. Well, I'll just go ahead and kill myself then.
Child support.
That's illegal.
It is illegal. Child support is currently number 149. That's a good one.
That should be up. That should be up.
That should be in the
higher.
top 100, guys. I think Dick deserves that. Well, if you want to make that happen, don't forget to vote it up. Why don't we finish out this one? Just hit play.
No,
He's at the chorus.
Vote that biggest up, come not show, yeah. Gotta go vote it up. Fuck you. Gotta vote up the problems or I'll kill your family.
See, this would have been
That's
good
good.
just this.
Yes, there you go. Done.
This is the stinger.
15 seconds.
Vote it up. Cock. Gotta vote up the problems or I'll kill your family.
Don't pan the fucking vocals.
Is he panning it out?
Listen, don't
Is he
pan it
fading
like
it?
a fucking like this. Yeah. I don't know why people do this.
The problems or I'll kill your family.
Stop fucking doing that.
Do whatever feels right.
No, do not pan the fucking vocals. It's so annoying.
Cock. Gotta vote up the problems or I'll kill your family.
It makes me sick.
Rolling
Thank you.
down the street.
Thank you, Jazz Blister.
All right.
right,
Well,
well-
I'm the big winner, huh?
Yeah, with transparent JPEGs.
Transparent PNGs.
PNGs, yeah, sorry.
I've been using that tip that I brought up where you can click and drag to see if it's actually transparent.
Oh.
So I'm glad that I did research for that problem.
Okay.
And I hope everyone's using that tip.
Do you think Gabe's still getting mogged on EVS? Do you think he's convinced Ethan that they're the same guy yet?
Hopefully.
I hate that tactic.
Hopefully he's...
You and me,
yeah.
you know, I mean, we're when's the first, when did you lose your virginity? What
Right.
year?
What song was playing on the
19,
radio when you
yeah.
lost your virginity? My same year.
Yeah. And then I was going to wait for you to say it, but you ignored my bit.
And you're like, that Gabe Hoffman's a weird guy, man. I don't get it at all. Well, Dick, I have a problem. Are you checking if he's still alive on there? He's definitely off by now. This is sad news, but I feel like we've got to talk about it. Akira Toriyama, acclaimed... Sure, 2 taps.
Oh, wait,
Acclaimed...
I know a better one. Go
You
ahead,
have a
keep
better
talking,
one.
keep
Okay.
talking.
Akira Toriyama, acclaimed creator of a variety of incredible manga projects, most notably Dragon Ball, also Dr. Slump, Sandman, character designer for Dragon Quest, Chrono Trigger, a variety of Blue Dragon. I mean, the list of projects this man worked on was incredible. Sadly dead at 68, died March 1st. Oh,
Yeah.
so they kind of hid this because it's like the 8th now.
Oh.
Oh, well, he died of sadly a blood clot in the brain.
Oh, man.
What are you queuing up? What is?
I'm trying to find a Mexican
Trying to find
version
a
of
Mexican
Taps.
funeral
Yeah,
song?
Mexican.
Is there a Mexican version of Taps?
There's a Mexican version of everything.
All right.
I've got bad news for you and Gabe Hoffman.
Fantastic. Well, Dick, I can't confirm this
Here we
one.
go.
Okay, what do we got? This is like some 19...
Okay, fuck it. Never mind.
Good work. I can't say this is definitely what happened, but it is curious how many of these manga artists are dying young. And my problem is overworked manga artists.
They should be on your schedule. One book every 2 years.
Well,
Right?
I'm sure we'll get into that.
Goku still wouldn't be even down that cliff that in the beginning. He'd still be running for the first fight. If
Okay,
he was on your
look.
schedule, right?
Yes, that's true. Look, we all appreciate if you're a fan of Japanese comics, they do come out very quickly.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
It's important because they need to come out so you don't have any time to rape kids.
In Japan.
No. all anime and
all
manga
anime and
fans,
manga people.
if they're not loaded up with
Okay.
books, they'll start molesting children.
Look, it's a double-edged sword if you're a fan of manga, where you're like, I love this stuff. I love, there's so many chapters, there's so much story. But behind the page, behind the brush, you have these artists that are being worked to the bone.
What? Who gives a shit?
I do. That's
Why? So don't buy it then.
Well, it's crazy.
What are you, like a vegan, but for comic books, for mangas?
They have the conditions are not very good, and the industry doesn't exactly treat these people.
Oh
the
man,
best.
what a hard job. Here, look at me. I'm drawing fucking a guy.
on,
Oh
that's-
god, I'm so fucking exhausted.
There's a lot going on. We also last year lost Kentaro Miura, the creator of Berserk. He had acute aortic dissection, that is a tear in the artery that can often be caused due to stress. Because these guys are just being worked into the ground, Dick.
Good.
It's common.
Do you want the comics or not?
I'm okay with waiting, though.
Well, other people are. No, you're not. You are fucking Mr. Can't wait.
No, I can wait. I think if there's so many great comics out there already, just read those while you wait for the guy to. That sounds like I'm talking about myself. I wasn't really.
Yeah. How does this not obvious to you?
I know it's obvious.
I
but
should say how people drawing successful comics should go slower.
Okay, well, let me give you an example. Japan obviously has a cultural problem with overwork, but manga artists are actually worked far more than other occupations. Even though there has been recent...
Because they're sitting down in a chair.
Well...
doing nothing.
No, hold on. It is common for artists to get cramps and repetitive strain injury, also known as RSI, due to using a pen too much.
Wow.
It can also develop more
You can get
serious
that
problems
jacking
down the
off, too.
line. The artist of Nodame Cantabile developed carpal tunnel syndrome from years of hunching over a drawing desk with the arm going.
Where your wrist is sore? That one?
Carpal tunnel? That's when your arm like shakes and you can't you can't use
that
it.
is not when your arm shakes. Like you have that's cerebral palsy.
I think I'm thinking of MS.
You cannot draw yourself into your arm doing this.
No, but like your arm like cramps up all the time or something. What is carpal tunnel? Yeah,
it's when that the tunnel on your wrist tendon gets like tight and it's just inflamed all the time and hurts.
Oh, okay. So it's just like your arm hurts.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can get it like
It always sounded
stretched.
more extreme to me. I mean, it probably sucks. It's probably not fun. An artist from the famous manga group Clamp has a lumbar compression fracture from years
from drawing too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Or from snowboarding or doing something crazy.
No, it's not from snowboarding.
It's from he has a sitting down injury.
Yeah, basically.
So what job was that not going to be a problem at?
Well,
Are
normally
airline pilots are truckers sitting down too much?
Well, they have those cushy seats, and they
They don't have cushy seats at home drawing comic books?
No, because they're hunched over that drawing table, man.
This is the weakest problem ever. Overworked manga artists.
They drop dead all the fucking time.
At 65? That's plenty.
I think Kentaro Miura was only, I think he was like 54 or something. In his 50s. Look, as I was trying to say, Japan has passed legislation trying to limit the amount of overtime for employees, but artists are self-employed, so they don't qualify for any of that.
Yeah, so they could just stop whenever they want.
Okay, but they can't, though, because they have these incredible deadlines that they have to meet. You know One Piece, how everybody's obsessed with One Piece?
Uh-huh.
Do you know how many hours? Okay, that guy works 7 days a week.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and he sleeps 3 hours a night.
Oh, and he's drawing for 21 hours a day?
Yes. That's what he says.
Okay.
I think that's happening.
I'm sure.
He makes a lot of stuff.
I'm sure he's drawing 21 hours a day. First of all, if
I'm
anybody
sure he
ever tells you how
eats.
mught they sleep, they're already lying. Because why would they want to brag about that?
Japanese don't lie. That's not allowed. Not only that, well, I'm going to say it is interesting because there's a lot of people.
Their culture is literally based on lying.
Japanese
Yes,
people?
telling the truth is a major
Pearl
faux
Harbor
pas.
was a fluke. They said, we're not going to do anything. Don't worry about us. That was the one time they lied. Mm-hmm. I guess it's just, I always find it interesting that people go, we got to be more like Japan, we got to be more like Japanese comics. And I go, in some respects, yes. And they're like, yeah, because the reason Japanese comics are so good is like they don't have any of that woke shit. I'm like, yeah, but also because they work them into a fucking grave and they have a team of like 12 assistants just working around the clock. Like, that's why it's coming out quickly.
Are you like serious? You are seriously trying to say that they work too much?
Yeah.
You're the last messenger for this problem.
Well, I'm not saying
Why
that
don't you work a little more?
I am working.
When you start getting carpal tunnel, then maybe dial it back a little bit.
I'm working on stuff. I got stuff. We're working on a new video or whatever. Don't make this about me. It's not about me. I'm just saying that, and again, these guys, the average manga salary is $50,000 a year, which sounds good until you remember that if you're in charge of the comic, you have to pay all the assistants out of your own pocket. So
negotiate
a lot of
better.
these guys they can't. They're not good
What do
at
you
it.
mean they can't?
Well, not every manga makes a lot of money. A lot of this stuff, gets put in the back of some businessman's magazine. It's not like
So it's just like a fun job.
it's an important cultural thing. It has value,
$50,000 is the value. It has no more value than that. It's just trash.
I'm just saying that, and then if you wanted to hire assistants to make the work go more easily, you can't even afford it, so you're just forced to working yourself into a grave.
Just put this problem on like a job that you don't like and see how it sounds.
Like what?
I don't know. Teacher. What job do you not like?
I'm saying though, like if we look at American comics, again, they could come out a little quicker. They only do one issue a month. But one issue a month, I think, is pretty good. That's a pretty good schedule. Okay, in Japan, again, it's weekly. Like, that's crazy. They're pushing these guys. I know it's part of the culture, but I think at this point you could slow it down, or hopefully AI will make it go a little easier.
Where do you even get off, like, telling an entire industry in a country that they're working too hard?
They're dropping like flies. They're just dying. It's terrible.
What about hookers? Is OnlyFans girls working too hard? Should they dial it back?
There's a lot of stress. There's suicides in the industry. People working crazy hours to try and make it in this artistic field, and there's not enough money to go around.
Oh, man.
I'm just saying, look, it's Miura dying and not even being able to finish Berserk. because your health. It
What do you mean
wears away
finished?
on your health.
It's like a made-up story about bullcrab.
Well, it doesn't have a finished arc. He's got to have
Everyone dies.
no.
Illegal immigrants come in and make everything.
Luckily, his friend is coming in to finish it. It will be finished by.
Not too quickly, I hope.
Well,
I don't want him to get stressed out.
Well, there is. It's a good thing you bring that up because there's the guy who makes Hunter x Hunter. You ever heard of that anime or manga?
No.
Okay,
no.
well, that guy has like horrible, debilitating back pain. He's in the hospital all the time, and luckily, he's a guy. He goes, "I'm just going to take 2 years off." And he's like one of the few guys in Japan. I mean, he has the clout. He can get away with that.
Right.
And then I see people and they complain. They go, I can't believe that guy hasn't drawn any more comics in 2 years. And I'm like, he's in the fucking hospital. Let him recuperate. What do you care?
Are you like you're like pro non-work, right? That your stance is generally that people should not work if they have the opportunity. It sounds like.
I think you should work if you get value out of the work. I think your work
What's
should
the
enrich
value?
your life. People should be able to find a job that, if you want, I believe in universal basic income. I think that's the...
Who's working to afford that then? Who's paying for that?
Well, I mean, as we have more automation and we have more AI, there'll just be more, we can just...
Did you believe in UBI before AI happened? Did you believe in UBI?
Yes.
Okay, so leave the AI out of it. You always thought there should be free money for doing nothing.
Not infinite free money,
How
but
much?
a baseline pay or whatever.
That you can what? Buy...
10 grand a year, maybe.
What are you going to get with 10 grand a year?
It's just a nice social safety net for...
How much more do you think rent's going to cost if everybody had 10 grand?
Well, we would hope
That's an easy answer.
10 grand. I would hope that that would not
UBI
be...
for everybody or just certain...
UBI for everybody,
okay.
but if you're...
Even the fetuses?
Everyone who's born has that.
No go.
And then, if you're already receiving benefits from the government, you don't get UBI on top of it. It would be if right now you're getting...
So it's a racist UBI.
It's not
Black
racist.
people are going to be punished because they already get money from the government.
It's not punishment.
They're not getting money that everybody else, that white man's getting. How's that
They're
not
already
racist?
getting money from the government.
Not additional money.
Well, they don't get additional money. You don't get...
Who is going to... What? In what universe is this going to be
They might get
voted
additional...
for?
Not every black person is getting money from the government, Dick. You're making it sound like every single black person gets welfare.
This is going to disproportionately affect black people.
It's not. It's going to
How is
equally
it not?
proportionately affect everyone. Everyone gets the same.
Yes, that's punishing black people. Do you even know what you're talking about?
Everybody getting the same.
Hey, everybody! Everybody's gonna get 10 grand
I get
unless
it.
you're getting welfare. Huh? And there was a riot in Compton. That's so weird. Why?
Oh, yeah, because we don't have riots in Compton before UPI. Look, point is you give people a social safety net. It keeps them out of the prison system, which saves us a ton of money. Every person we can keep out of prison saves us like $80,000.
Why do you think giving more money to poor people is going to keep them from stealing each other's money less?
Because it's just
More money to steal.
Because when people are, shitty and desperate, and they go, I want that new, well, you know what, I'm not going to do a voice, but,
But rent already costs $10,000 more, so why do they have more money?
Hopefully they
How much
won't
is a
jack up the
cheeseburger going to
rent.
cost?
Hopefully they won't jack up the rent.
How much does a cheeseburger cost now?
$11.
And what did it used to cost?
$6. Well,
Why
the meal,
did that happen?
The $6 meal went to $11.
Huh? And why did that have
That's
anything to do with
inflationary. It's inflation.
And what happened that made inflation? Everybody got a check
Yeah.
for what was it? $2,500? Oh, so you're telling me
That's
that
not
all
the only driver of inflation. Other things have driven inflation.
what?
Cost of, what do you call it, producing goods and
Why does the cost of goods
over
go
here,
up?
shipments. The
Not on meat, not on hamburgers.
The shipping chains were disrupted
hamburgers?
by a there was a global
How was-
pandemic. We had to implement new costs. There were new costs to implement safety procedures to ship the things.
Of
make sure-
hamburgers?
especially meat. There had to be
What were they?
to make sure it didn't get COVID all over it. We had to.
There was COVID in the hamburgers?
There could have been if people were coughing on them.
Coughing on a hamburger? And then they cough it at the hamburger factory, and then it goes in the truck.
I guarantee there were new safety procedures at meat processing plants because of COVID. There must have been.
And that's why it costs so much more? That's why it costs more than
contributes to
double?
it. That's one of many global factors.
I see.
There's also an ongoing, crisis with Russia. Screws up the
And that
oil
made
supply.
obviously that made the hamburgers go. Gas is exactly the same price, but
Gas is
war
not
in-
exactly the same price. It's a little
It's
more
less.
expensive.
It's like 4 something now. It's
Oh,
down from when it was 6
when I got it,
something.
it was 5 the other day.
Okay, well,
Point
everyone will get
is-
free money, and then people can draw one comic in their life,
Or not
once a year.
not do anything. I don't care. I don't need people to work. I don't.
Oh, I know. Who's making the hamburgers then?
Okay, but let's put it.
Someone who
let's-
just loves
let's put
making
it this
hamburgers
way.
for everyone?
Let's assume, okay, that I stopped working. Right.
When did you start?
Well, that's a very good point. I make currently I accrue revenue. Do I provide a valuable essential service of any sort? No. Just fucking around on the internet and making stupid videos.
That's
and
not true for a lot of
podcasts and
people,
shit.
though.
Some people are providing, but we're getting to the point where it's like, what? How many more guys do you need? Most of these people can't do anything.
Most people? Yeah.
Probably most people. Yeah. Most
more
people
than
are
50%.
useless.
Yeah. Can't do anything.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I go, okay, I mean, I guess I could have them bag groceries, and now you can just do it yourself, so we don't have to have them do that.
Well, that's a step backwards. The bagging the groceries was good.
You want to bring back the bagging the groceries?
Yeah, I hate bagging groceries because I mess it all up. I don't know which goes where. One bag's way too heavy. When they bag it, it's like, oh, this is perfect.
There's no part of me that goes, man, I wish there was a useless guy here to put my stuff in a bag. I'll
He's
just do
putting
it
the
myself.
stuff in the bag. That's the opposite of useless.
I want to get rid of all the waiters. Just let me go up to the counter. I'll get my food. Let me go to the soda fountain, fill my drink.
I feel like
I don't need a lady. I got a tip.
there should be a UBI for you where you just eat in a cafeteria and you go to a big pile of food at the grocery store and pull out whatever you want and just take it.
It's just all in one
I'm fine with
stack.
that. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe the people on UBI get to live a
Government
disgusting
stores.
parallel life going to the government
that's
store.
fine.
You get a government iPhone. It's not as good as a regular iPhone.
better.
But maybe it is better. Who knows?
It's not really, but we tell you
We
guys
tell you
that
it's
it's
better.
better. It's a G phone.
I just think we're running out of. We have a lot of useless people. And what's the other option? Just kill them?
Huh. I mean,
that is the only.
convince them to do it themselves, you'd hope. You'd like to give them the appearance of an option.
Trump is not talking enough about his homeless camps. Did you see
what?
Did you see that when he? You remember when Trump, when he reannounced his candidacy, he had his 50 points or his 52 points or whatever it was.
I don't read that shit.
Okay, Trump was like, and one
Homeless
of them
camps?
was, I'm gonna buy a bunch of land in the desert and send all the homeless people there.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, and I was like, well, I kind of like that idea. What's going to go on there? And he's going to go, well, we're going to go to homeless people. And we're going to go, you have two choices.
Yeah.
Either
Either
go
eat
to
my ass.
the desert or we shoot you in the back of the head, I think was the two choices. And then we just...
Oh, yeah, I remember him saying this. That was retarded.
But he only ever said it once. I'm like, come on.
Because it was retarded. Somebody
Do you
said...
think everybody came up?
Maybe his son was like, Dad, that's retarded.
No, we're going to send them to the desert, and
then
there'd be doctors in the desert to, make the homeless
doctors.
people take...
Why are you sending... They're our best people. Why are you sending them out to the desert?
Someone's got to experiment on these homeless people. We're going to use
So
them
you
for-
think we're approaching a point where it'll be impossible to provide a value as a human?
I think we're approaching a point where we have so many. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, if we were in China, we could put them in a factory or a processing plant or whatever. But we're just
Why don't we just move those plants here?
we're
and
never
not
going to
pay
do
China?
that.
But why not?
Trump's not going to do that. You really think Trump would do
He's
that?
doing it a little bit. If both sides would just let him work, believe me, he would do it. He would do it so fast your head would spin.
But is that the ideal America, that we bring factories back so useless people have something to do?
I understand that as a liberal, the idea of work you find repugnant, but most men want to work. If they could go to a factory and make $65 an hour, they would love it.
I think that we could. How long do we need the factories for?
What are you talking
Forever?
about?
I mean, this is
make the iPhones here. All this shit should be made here. All of it.
Okay, but as automation keeps getting better and better, less and less people are needed in the process, and the population just keeps going up anyway.
You're right. We if we're gonna have robots in the year 24,000 or whatever, we should really.
I don't think we're gonna have to
about
wait that long. We should bring on I gotta get Dr. Kevin to come back on because he predicted all this AI stuff 5 years ago when I was talking.
That's
to
very
him.
late.
I mean, he probably predicted it earlier than that. I'm saying when I
What do you
talked
mean
to him.
predicted it? They've been working on this shit forever.
No, but he said in 20 years, AI will be the dominant force on this planet. And I was like, nah, that's not true. And now
that's retarded.
And now I'm like, oh fuck, I don't know, man.
All right,
getting there.
So that's your problem? Overworked manga?
Overworked manga artists.
Okay.
I think everybody should just let comic artists work at their own pace.
It's extra funny because that's what you've been letting your artists do, and it's why your comic is so fucking late.
No, it's not so fucking late. It's great. My art.
When's issue 2 coming out? 2030?
I don't want to talk about that. That's a secret. Got big plans for that.
My problem is diversity extortion mafias. We're in Gamergate 2. Did you know that?
No, don't say
Trump's
that.
winning.
You're gonna will it into existence.
It's already willed, man. Your guys just can't keep their fucking mouths shut.
First of all, not my guys.
Oh, they're the teamiest of team guys.
No,
Mama.
I broke ways with that team very publicly in a number of ways.
So, Sweet Baby Incorporated is run by a violent racist activist. Who wants to assault and possibly kill white people in
Was
the
that
street.
the black lady giving the speech?
Yeah.
That's the president?
CEO.
Oh.
Yeah. Here's I think I have some of her tweets that say we need to hit white people more.
That's not her, is it?
No, that's
That's the guy
Kiss
who
Kindred.
Is that a guy or a lady?
I'm sure I don't know.
No.
I'm sure I'm not qualified to make that
decision.
assessment. Here is the co-founder of Sweet Baby Inc., Kim Belair, proudly explains the methods she used to force bosses at game studios to. So it's a company that calls themselves a narrative consulting company.
Yeah.
So game studios hire them because they hired poorly.
Well,
to write their game
stories. You don't know that necessarily.
Literally, that's the definition of what's happening. The people they hired to do the narrative cannot do it. So they hire...
That's not how that works.
Excuse me? If you either write the narrative or you don't. If you're not doing a good job,
right,
so long.
But you take it, for instance, I wrote my comic, and then I get notes from people.
Oh.
So they provide notes.
So if
I'm bad.
So if I say this is something you do and you can't do something, it reflects on you. So you object to it. Okay. I'm trying to find the... Oh, yeah.
Do you want to play that video?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is the woman who wrote the cover, the PR release for them, Alyssa Mercantile. More white people need to get their ass beat on the regular. That's
a distraction. She doesn't work for the company, sure. So that's a whole different.
You're right. That's a whole different thing. That's a gaming magazine. So they found a Steam group that was.
Were you gonna play that video? Do you want to play that clip?
Care. Who cares?
No, play it. I think it's relevant.
No.
Okay.
They found a Steam group that was identifying games that worked with this consulting.
Let's make it clear what this company is. So this is a consulting. Shut up. This is a company that if you're making a video game.
And you didn't hire somebody who could write a story.
Sure. They are a company full of supposedly good writers.
SJW activists who come in and force you to make every character black and a woman and gay. A black lesbian. They come in and they say, hey, literally yes.
No, they don't.
Literally yes. Every single fucking person they say, so the main character, make her a black lesbian. And then if you object, they tell everybody that you're a racist, and they try to get you either fired or they try to destroy your the reputation of your game.
Look, I know it's funny to say stuff like that.
100% accurate. What I'm saying.
It's not 100% accurate. Okay, these are games.
Somebody link me the interview she gave where she said it.
If there's an interview where she said it, great, and get the link. But here's what happens is you're working on a game. You get to a certain point. Actually, they do all sorts of different things. But one example would be you get to a certain point in the process and you go, okay, we have the basic script laid out and we have the first whatever. We just want someone to go over it and make sure that it is not culturally offensive in some way. It's going to cause bad PR for the company. And then somebody goes through it and they go, okay, well, here, you have a scene where a black guy is in chains being dragged through the street. That might make people uncomfortable. And, and they'll advise you, here's some way you might want to change that if you do want to change that. Dick is saying that they come in and get to change your plot and you don't have a say in it.
No, I'm saying they come in and they say, every character you have, make it a black lesbian. And if you don't, I'll go on the internet and I'll ruin your life, the developer, and I'll ruin your company's game.
Come on, man. That's just...
It's 100% true.
I know we're doing
You're joking because...
I know we're doing a comedy show.
I'm not doing a comedy bit at all. That is 100% what they do.
That is not what they do.
Okay, let's listen to it in her own words. Let me find it.
Stop making me defend them because I obviously have problems with this practice.
Because you're a
but
team guy.
You're taking it too far. It's not
You
that
are 100%
extreme.
a team guy.
They can't come in and say, you got to make all the characters black. They can advise you. For instance, they gave an example. There was an example. There was like a...
They threaten you if you don't.
That's not what
They
this
can't
is.
change it themselves because they don't know how to do
you're
anything.
interpreting this as a threat. It's not a threat.
Here you go.
For many, many years.
There's the CEO talking at a game convention about how you threaten
Not
game
threaten.
owners and dev staff into making all your characters black lesbians.
Okay.
Put this stuff up to your higher-ups.
It says, build connections with marketing to express the value of inclusion. AAA games.
Okay.
And if they don't see the value in what you're asking for when you ask for consultants, when you ask for research, go have a coffee with your marketing team and just terrify them with the possibility of what's going to happen if they don't give you what you want. If you're
Okay, so explain to me what
It's
you
called
think.
the Mafia.
Explain to me what you think she just said.
I think she said, I don't have data to back up making every character a black lesbian. So what you do is you take the people who serve no purpose at a game studio, the marketing department, you take them out and you gas them up with strategies on how to manipulate, emotionally manipulate the people in their organization with bad press if they don't make your main character a black lesbian.
Well, I think you got it a little bit backwards. She's saying, and again, I don't, this is her obviously trying to make deals. I get it. But she's saying if you're working at a company narratively and you want to hire a consulting firm and you're getting pushback because it's going to cost money, just go to your marketing team and say, well, here's the reason you should hire them is what if there's a big PR crisis, we could...
That we create.
Okay, see, that's what's crazy is you're saying
They create it.
that company will create a PR crisis if you don't hire
all of
them.
these activists work together to create constant. Nobody gives a fuck about inclusivity in games. They made this up just like Mad Men, where they make up problems. Like every marketing department on Earth makes up a problem and then says, "Here's the solution. It's Q-tips." Doesn't this happen to you where you're spilling popcorn all over? Here's the solution: a black lesbian in your game. That's all made up. That's the cornerstone of marketing. Making up a problem. There's no diversity in this game. There's no inclusivity. People love it. Look at my friend, a journalist.
Right.
Look at my friend over here. She's a story coordinator. They're all fat women with dyed hair and shaved sides of their heads. We all agree. We need more inclusivity. And guess what? I've got the answer.
You are alleging like a coordinated conspiracy from this company that if you do not hire
From all of them.
they have friends who will then write hit pieces about your video game.
Right.
Okay.
This
and give
is
me you have zero examples
one
of this ever happening.
Well, every single piece of game journalism is this. The woman that I showed you the tweet of that said white people need to get their ass beat more often
Right.
is the journalist that right away runs a screen for Sweet Baby Inc. saying, I went in there and tried to dox everyone in their Discord, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. But what you think's happening is not happening. There's no conspiracy here. I love these guys. And I do think white people need to be beat.
look, I think these people are crazy. I get it. Okay? Like,
Does that look unbiased to you? Woke, all this shit, censored?
don't make me defend Kotaku because I'm not going to do it. Okay? This is a crazy lady who wrote a crazy
You
thing.
literally are doing it.
No,
It's what
I'm
you guys
not.
do. You say
no,
the
no,
opposite.
No. It's you guys. Stop that. Stop it. I have nothing to do with this.
Activist.
I'm not defending it.
Uh-huh.
Okay? I'm just saying we can talk about what's actually happening instead of inventing.
Extortion. It's a mafia.
It's not a mafia.
You're buying protection by hiring these
protection
fuckheads.
from what? There's not
bad
this
press.
Shit does not have Kotaku,
Bad press and high
Kotaku
ESG scores.
Does not have any power to influence a game's sales ability. This is a useless website. So
It's not about influencing sales.
Developer,
It's about influencing your ESG score.
That's a different thing. Okay, that's a different thing.
Amazing how the same mafia does both of them.
Well, okay, so explain what you think is happening with the ESG score. Let's finish this topic.
Go ahead.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
You're saying that all these video game journalists will get together and they'll call your game sexist and racist.
They'll
and it's
call
gonna
you
destroy
sexist and racist,
Okay.
and they will destroy you unless
think
you hire them.
Game journalists will do that regardless of who you hire.
No, if you hire them, you're fine.
That's not how that works. Okay? Because they can fuck up too. Look, I've seen game journalists go at trans developers for telling trans stories wrong. I've seen them go at black
Right.
developers for telling black stories wrong.
Right, for dang it wrong.
Hiring Sweet Baby does not give you a shield.
It
That's not
lets
a
you
thing.
say it right. It lets you say it right. And anybody in your studio who has a slightly different point of view is gone. Excommunicated, racist, misogynist, whatever.
This
Whether they're
is-
trans or not.
This is a
Because
typical
it's a fucking mafia.
consultancy
The
firm.
mafia killed Italian people too.
Okay, this is like if Bud Light went, "Hey, we're thinking about hiring Dylan Mulvaney. What do you think?" If they were smart, they would have hired a consulting firm. The consulting firm would have said, "I don't think that's a good idea, and here's why."
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean the consulting firm, if they did hire Dylan Mulvaney, was then going to go out and go, "Look, trans beer, that's a conspiracy." Okay, that's something that is unproven.
It's not surprising to me that you are denying this totally normal practice.
which you have no evidence of.
Look around, jackass. Fire up Netflix. During February. It's just black stories, black. Wow, is there anything
But
that's
you're
not
saying
100% black? Are you
okay.
racist? You don't like black inclusion of this?
So
no,
what-
no, I mean, I'm at my limit of watching black movies today.
So if Netflix doesn't do a Black History Month selection of movies, what are you proposing happens?
That AAA
A cabal of journalists come in and destroy Netflix.
Partially, yes.
I don't think that's true.
How are you this?
I think if Netflix
naive.
I think they give them ideas for how to add stupid diversity shit, but they don't say, and if you don't, we're going to come fuck with you.
Oh, yeah, they say, and if you put this in, the media is going to love it. You're going to win all kinds of awards. And if you do, the companies, BlackRock, the hedge funds that constantly pump the government's free money, our free money into your company, are going to keep paying you to keep your company afloat, even if you have bomb after bomb after bomb, because your ESG score, which we guarantee by making everyone a black lesbian, is going to satisfy their investment requirements. They rank every company in the world on how many black lesbians you have in your shit, and then we invest in the top 30%. We give you free money.
And which of the companies that Sweet Baby worked with got a BlackRock investment?
Sony? I mean, what are you talking about?
Sony's not what? Sony got a BlackRock investment?
Yes, every big company is. Do you want to see the list of companies that BlackRock invests in?
And you're saying the only reason BlackRock gave Sony money is because God of War has a black lady in it.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you not know what an ESG score is?
I know what an ESG score is.
What is it to you then?
What do you mean? What is
How
it
many
to
black
me?
lesbians you have in your stuff? Right?
I mean, yeah, it's a
like,
weird diversity score. I don't know how it's calculated or whatever.
Black lesbian.
But it's not the only thing that these companies invest in, and I think they've even said that like companies have moved away from using that as a valuable investment gauge.
So they did use it.
I think some of them, yeah, they used
And they,
it.
quote unquote, moved away from that.
Look,
why? Because
fu-
people found out about it and got pissed off. Oh, we call it DSG now.
Look, all that stuff can be See, this is what's driving me nuts, is that, yes, all this stuff can be happening, all right? It is stupid that companies are investing all this money in diversity shit, and then they're being rewarded with more money for investing in useless diversity shit.
Why do you think that happens?
Well, I don't know. Why do you think it happens?
ESG scores.
No, but you're saying why are they? I thought you were asking me why they invest in diversity shit. I think it's just liberal guilt or something like that.
Why is Gabe Hoffman on Ethan Van Sciver's show right now,
Make
promoting
money.
the Soska sisters?
Well,
How does that make money?
Right. Okay, so what is he doing then?
You tell me. You got it all. I mean, you got it all figured out that there's no conspiracy.
Well,
Tell me, what does it look like on the surface?
I think what it looks like on the surface to me is a bunch of liberals believing that it is socially conscious. It's the same as they, track your score in terms of environmental impact. You're supposed to invest.
The E.
Yeah, is that the E in
Yeah.
ESG?
Uh-huh.
Okay, environmental, social,
I think
and
so.
I forget
Governance.
what- governance. Okay, so it's also there's DEI, there's ESG, there's MSG.
Yeah,
whatever.
environmental, social, and governance.
Sure. Okay, so that's one part of the equation. I guess my thing is always with a conspiracy theory. I think it's far less
Not a conspiracy
interesting.
theory. They're 100% honest about their ESG scores.
Who
Hedge
is?
funds,
Hedge
BlackRock,
funds.
Vanguard.
Yes,
The
I agree.
companies that own the
I know.
U.S.
I
government.
know this is happening, and they're
Uh-huh.
investing in it. And you're saying, but now it has reached the point where there are journalists. What are the journalists getting out of it?
A job. There's no reason to employ these people. The
Okay.
Sweet Baby people, they provide zero value.
Well, but I'm saying there's journalists outside of their organization. You're saying they're working
Every
with.
single diversity. There's how many people did I say were in DEI last time we talked about this? 30,000.
Sure.
There's 30,000 people directly working for
Look, you
DEI.
have a fascinating theory, but why can't you just?
How's that a theory? That's an exact number of people that are working
I'm
in DEI.
saying, you got to find me like a journalist who's being directly employed because of like DEI and it, like, okay, Kotaku is owned by.
You're gonna say that journalism is not like just looking to make stories out of this shit now?
But I'm
Is
saying
that
like Kotaku's owned by Jim Spanfeller. He's a guy who just I don't think he gives much of a shit about this diversity shit. He just kind of bought this thing and ran it into the ground because he didn't realize journalists are a bunch of fucks.
You think Disney's trying to cram diversity into everything?
Sometimes.
Oh, sometimes.
Not everything.
Why is Aragorn black in the Magic the Gathering set?
Because that company is run by a bunch of liberal fucktards.
I see.
Man.
How did that happen?
That happened because they all hire their friends. Like, there's nepotism or whatever. It's
Why?
like,
I mean, prove to me one case of somebody hiring their friends. I'm totally
but you're
oblivious
saying
to
like
this practice.
BlackRock is responsible for Magic the Gathering being full of like pink-haired weirdos? I think
Partially,
it's
yeah.
just no. I think it's just
Why do
people-
they get more money then? Why do failing companies constantly get more money for failing?
I would need to see these investments. I would need to see like which company you're talking about. Which company is failing and being given this money? Sweet Baby.
The
company's making-
Sweet Baby's making money because big studios get money from investors, hedge funds, to pay them.
Okay,
to
but
just
like
nonstop buy
God of
DEI.
War, okay, is a critically acclaimed game. It made a ton of money. Sweet Baby worked on that. Spider-Man 2 made a ton of money. Alan Wake 2,
They got
critically
that gay
acclaimed.
prom scene or whatever it was.
Yeah, okay. When you make a AAA
Alan
game
Wake's too
now,
stupid.
whenever you make a AAA project, especially, I think a lot of these studios are based out of LA, there's going to be a bunch of gay guys working on them. And one of them's going to go, can I put a pride flag in Spider-Man's high school? And you go, yeah, man.
Ultimate team
But
guy.
that's
I
not-
knew you would team guy this
It's not
shit.
team guy. It's that some of this shit. Okay. Sweet Baby.
Just happened totally organically because everybody likes it so much. Ethan Van Sciver didn't get banned from an entire industry because he wasn't touting the company line, right? That's just a total coincidence.
I think the reason it's happening is not a bizarre global political financing
it's not
scheme.
bizarre. It's just liberal.
Right, yeah. Liberals are just being cuckold weirdos and being like, I want to put a bunch of gay stuff and black stuff in here.
And I'm going to punish and kill anyone who doesn't agree. I'll get them fired. I want white people beat in the street.
No one is going to...
Sorry, what was that tweet
no
then?
one is
I
going
want white
to
people
get
to get
fired because they didn't hire Sweet Baby. That's not a thing, okay? There's no rule.
You're changing my words. I didn't say not hiring Sweet Baby. I said not towing the company line about LGBT, trans, all this liberal shit.
Plenty of games come out that don't have any LGBT shit or any fucking
and they're,
race swapping.
and they're pilloried.
They're not pilloried.
Yes, they are. What is that game called? This is a fascist,
Helldiver.
blah, 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 Helldiver.
Yeah, they were going to do that anyway. They do that to Warhammer or whatever. And
Uh-huh.
Warhammer, it has all that diversity shit. They still get hammered
How'd
for
Suicide
it.
Squad end up the way it is?
I think you're going to say Sweet Baby did it. I don't even think
I don't think Sweet Baby did. Somebody like them. There's hundreds of thousands of consultants exactly like this.
But there's also just bad writers within these organizations. Here's why it drives me nuts. Is Sweet Baby did not ruin that Suicide Squad movie or game. Warner Brothers did by saying, hey, you know how you guys make excellent single-player games? Please make a multiplayer shooter. Okay? That is what ruined Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
But now there's a bunch of people going, every video game is bad for one reason, and that one reason is this stupid consulting firm, and I'm not going to consider any of the other information. What other one?
All of them.
Not every studio works with these consulting firms. They're not actually that common, I don't think.
DEI consulting firms?
Yeah, not in the game industry. If there
I don't know if
was,
that's right.
If there was, I think we would have names of more than one of them.
Oh, why? When we found one of them, they tried to kill the guy that did it. They tried to get every account he has banned.
Yeah, and that's bad.
Vindictively.
I agree. That's very bad.
It's not very bad. It's evil.
Okay, I'm sorry I wasn't strong enough
No,
in saying
because
that it's
they're
bad.
your team. You try to downplay everything that they do
Hold on,
because you're
hold
on their
on.
side.
I say
you. By the way, it's the same shit you did when you reported the Alex Jones shit.
Oh.
It's the same exact thing.
Okay. I go, that's bad.
It's just
you go,
deflection.
It's not bad.
It's evil.
Super duper bad. How could you say it's only bad?
Yeah, the deflection is cute.
No,
I know this is how you guys act when you
'cause
get
this is
caught because you're
bullshit.
all reporters.
This is why
you're all
this is why I
flaggers.
hate that you brought this problem in. Is because we
you
fundamentally
flag.
agree on, the problem media and the
We're not the
sensitive-
same. Don't Gabe Hoffman and me. We do not agree. We do not agree.
When you look a woman in the eyes,
Liberals are
and that
evil.
music
They are fucking evil. You can never let them in.
I'm just saying, look, you got a great concept. Why don't you do a little investigative journalism? Maybe you can start a magazine. You can get to the bottom of it, follow the money trail.
Goes to you.
Okay. Sure, yeah. I'm on this show because I was hired by George Soros to infect the dick
You
show
weren't, but you would
sphere.
do it.
I would do it.
Yeah,
you know
you
what?
would do
'Cause That
it.
would be funny.
Uh-huh.
Same, but I would have worked for the Russians to spread Russian propaganda, so if it's funny, I'll do it. I'm just saying, look, it's a cute conspiracy. Okay? At the end of the day, I think there's just game studios that go, let's just hire these guys because they'll tell us, like, you know, if a bunch of black people are going to be pissed off, which is a genuine concern in an area of this was probably more
Why
of
is it a concern
5 years ago because liberals are insane. We know this.
So we should hire liberals.
But
to
you're
tell
saying
us.
that the cancel culture mobs are being directed by secret, like, money slush
That's secret.
funds.
They're very open about it.
I think there's just a lot of like liberal idiots on Twitter, and they're not secretly being funded to say that they think the games are transphobic. They just think that about everything.
A black female.
Like, for
I'm
instance,
trying to find it.
okay, let's put it this way. Like that Hogwarts Legacy game, that was, you know, a subject of a lot of trans people really hated that.
Yeah.
Okay, could Warner Brothers have paid Sweet Baby and managed to negotiate their way out of that? No, it was a natural... No, it was an organic outrage from these weirdos who hate this stuff. It's not all like this weird money game where you could pay money to have the trans people leave you alone. That's crazy.
Are you nuts?
No, are you
Do you
nuts?
understand how a mafia works?
Why would Warner Brothers not just pay them to get the trans mafia off their bag?
They probably tried to, but it's Harry Potter.
It's Harry
It's
Potter.
too much.
You're not allowed to pay.
Yeah,
to
with
get
Harry Potter, you don't
the
have
Harry
to.
Potter fee. They go, it's gonna be,
this is gonna
to
be
get
bad.
all these guys off your
It's gonna be
back.
bad.
Which is funny. You know what's funny is that Harry Potter game actually has like a trans character in the first like 30 minutes. So
Yeah.
that game is actually super woke, and it's really weird that everyone goes, "Yeah, we really stuck it to the trans people by buying this game where you can make a trans wizard and hang out with other trans wizards." And I'm like, I don't think you won necessarily. I mean, Harry Potter won at the end of it.
Create moments that are intentionally targeted and designed to create joy in the marginalized. They're going to appreciate this on a level that your core audience won't. That
Well,
doesn't mean you're going to exclude your core audience.
look, and I think people are going to obviously cite your video where this lady goes, "Go and scare them, put the fear of God in them." She's saying to programmers, look, if you share concerns that you're worried that you're... okay.
I love that you just like reflexively defend people who are objectively evil. That's your party line.
Hold on. There is value to looking at what you're making and going, okay, is this... how is the market going to react to this?
Negatively.
Okay. I'll give a personal example. Can I tell a little anecdote? I worked on a game. Okay.
Uh-huh.
You know what? I'm trying to figure out the best way to put this. So
I know how liberals. I know the scam. I
It's
know
not a
the. I'm
scam.
just like you. I'm human too. Let me in. Scam.
It's not a scam, okay?
Get an axe.
I was working on a
trick.
game, and the guy working on it, you know, he goes, "Oh, we got all this concept art. You know, these are going to be like the cutscenes and the storyboards." And I'm like, "Okay, and what's happening here?" He goes, "Well, I got 4 black guys, and they're all around this white guy,
Yeah.
and they're taking his money."
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's got his bag of it was like a fantasy game. And it's like, oh, he's got his bag of gold, and he's hiding from all these black people, you know, clutching his bag of gold. And I go, okay, so a white guy is about to be robbed by 4 black guys. He's like, yeah, that's part of the game.
If the liberal press hears about this, they're gonna destroy us.
I said,
Unless we pay them.
I said in isolation that might be okay, but like, what else do you have? And he's like, well, here there's a bunch of Native American guys, and they're being snuck up on by a bunch of white guys who are like hiding in the bushes. I'm like,
Love it.
And what are they going to do? Oh, they're going to go into their village and kill all of them. And I'm like, okay, well, that also seems bad for what you're trying to do, which is like all ages, whatever game. It's like there's racial overtones that maybe you miss because there's certain blind spots. And you go, well, do all the people robbing the white guy have to be black? Maybe he could also, you know, it's like those old, what do you call it? The home burglary.
Brinks commercial. Put a white guy in there. Yeah,
Put a
white
white guy
people
in there. Yeah, why not?
White guys. That's normal.
And let's be real. Is it? We all know it's silly when the Brinks commercial comes on. You go, oh, that white guy with his
We
striped
don't think
shirt
it's
or whatever.
silly, Vito.
I'm just saying.
We don't think it's funny.
Does Briggs Home Security would they benefit from going? You know, you got a lot of black people breaking in. Don't worry, we got Briggs Home Security. No, because they also want to sell burglary alarms to black people. They don't want to be interpreted as like
this liberal
this
bullshit you're
it's
fucking
not,
selling.
It's good marketing.
Yeah. Right. Good marketing with no numbers. Just terror.
Briggs home,
Good marketing
Briggs
with
home
no numbers to
improvement,
back it up. Just fear of being destroyed by a mob.
Briggs has been in business for a long time, and
They must know what they're doing.
Well, I'm saying they've said we're able to effectively market our product with a bunch of white burglars.
Who's they?
Briggs.
Who's
the,
they
the
saying
company.
that? Marketing people?
I don't know, man. It's just that they're not out of business. You're still selling those fucking home security devices, and you're saying it's awful to talk to a team of consultants who go, well, I just think, black consumers don't like seeing a bunch of black guys coming in going, where'd the white woman at? Give me all the white women. So maybe take that out of the commercial.
Yeah. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. Brinks commercials. That's the biggest and best example of this.
I think that was a pretty good example.
It's retarded.
No,
it's like a stand-up comedy routine.
God forbid I do comedy comedy podcast. I'm saying you can have, even though, look, we all know it's silly, we all make fun of those ads. It's just the other option is to piss off a bunch of black people and not be able to get their money. So
that's your response to a coordinated effort by a company to get someone's life destroyed because they pointed out that the diversity consultants are working on.
I
all these
already
games.
said that
and then every journalist ran screen for them and said they're getting death threats, blah blah blah.
But here's the thing.
Fucking Brinks commercial.
Okay, I worked with these people. I know these
Sweet
people.
Baby Inc.?
No, the fucking game journalists. Okay, I've met.
They're
these
all
people.
evil.
They're all very stupid. Okay.
No, they're worse than stupid. At this point, they can't get the stupid
Well,
shield.
I've been out of the game a while. If everybody got a DEI grant the second I left, I'm very jealous.
They're just bad.
Should have stuck around. But I think that these are people who would have gone on these stupid little crusades and ignored the convenient facts to support their friends. It's friendship. Yeah, there's a lot of friends and nepotism and whatever else.
Mm-hmm.
But when you start saying it's like a crazy money web and extortion.
It's not crazy. That's how Vanguard invests. That's how BlackRock invests.
So mad.
You're smirking
I'm so mad.
at it, but they have ESG scores for this reason.
You just want to start Gamergate too because you think it'll get Trump elected. I know what you're doing.
Desperation.
If I can convince the gamers that Biden's going to take their
Isn't
video
Alex Jones
games
somewhere?
away,
Shouldn't you go report them?
Maybe I
will.
will.
That make your ESG superiors happy?
You
think that these people are your friends
because of a Trump election?
You think that these
I think
people
we're
are your
building
friends?
towards a repeat of a certain
You think they
out.
would do what you do for them, but they won't.
I'm not
They
friends
would
with these
destroy
people.
you.
I critique these people constantly.
They don't want to critique you. They want to kill you.
Week. And I guess I can reveal it now. On Tuesday, I will have Jason Schreier, former Kotaku Bloomberg journalist, now working independently, and he will be on my show, and we're going to discuss the Sweet Baby
You guys will deflect
situation.
together. That's going to be amazing.
I'm going to add,
it's going to be a beautiful ballet of deflection.
I don't know everything that's going on, so if anybody has any pertinent, I have said.
I'm sure he'll fill you in. You already think it's a crazy conspiracy. Like you're already so heavily biased against anybody trying to fuck over like white people that it's farcical to think you'd be unbiased.
See,
you're so in the tank for them.
This is infuriating to me because there are genuine policies that we can actually point to. For instance, that
ESG.
Yeah, and I pointed out the story recently. There's a guy who's been writing for whatever fucking Navy SEAL show for the last 7 seasons, and he goes, can I be a staff writer? I wrote the season finale of the show. I feel like I should be a staff writer by now. And they're like, yeah, first we got to hire this black guy, though.
Yeah.
And then we got to hire this trans lady.
Right.
And he's actually suing them. He's taking them to court. And he's going, it is actually ridiculous.
Uh-huh.
This is like completely unfair that I am a seasoned writer who has multiple episodes and I've been passed up for a staff writing position multiple times. And that is a far more credible and understandable situation that I'm 100%. I hope that guy wins. That is discrimination.
Because your friends aren't doing it. And you're friends with game
Stop
journalists.
calling them my friends. I'm not friends with any game journalist at this point in time.
Remember that.
Whoa, who am I friends with that's a game journalist? I'm not. Anybody I know who was a game journalist says, yeah, all those game journalists are fucking crazy now.
Yeah, and racist.
Yeah. They're nuts.
They're doing this.
They're the same people who destroyed Vice. Last episode, I brought in crazy journalists destroying the things I love, and now you are twisting all of that to say that I'm friends with them and I want them to succeed.
You're running a screen for you've been defending them all week. You've been defending them all week.
Shut up. I have not been defending them at all. This is such bullshit. Just because I go, look, this conspiracy is a little far-fetched. Why don't we focus on the facts of what's actually happening?
What part of it's far-fetched?
It's far-fetched that you're saying that it's an extortion scheme with journalists being paid off. That's.
I didn't say they were paid off. I said it's an extortion scheme.
Okay. It's an extortion scheme from a company, and they're friends with journalists, and the journalists want them to make money, or what?
Or they... What do you mean, or what? Or they write bad
You're
stuff
saying the
about
journalists
them.
want to help Sweet Baby out because they're friends.
Not because they're friends, just because they're liberals. So they're all
And they
working
think
together.
what Sweet Baby does is valuable.
Yeah. Yes. All they write about is... They're all marketers.
Sure.
So they're all just inventing the racist problem so they have more value of
Okay,
fixing
and I
it.
agree with that, and that's fine. But that's not
That's what this
extortion.
is. Yes, it is. Do this or else. That's extortion.
They're not saying do this or else.
Yes, they are.
No, they
They're
aren't.
saying, "Hi, do this. Put a black lesbian in your game, or else we're gonna write bad about you and
They're
destroy your
saying-
company." It's a nice little game you got there. It'd be a shame if somebody were to write a hit piece on.
See, that's the other thing is you're also...
Hey, why don't you guys have your real names and your pictures tied to any of your photos? Why would you want that?
All right,
why
no.
would the journalist want that?
We're just going down a rabbit
Why
hole
would the
there.
journalist want that?
All
Vito?
right, all right.
Vito, why would the journalist want their real names?
Okay.
Why would the journalist want their real names?
Gamergate 2.
Why would the journalists want their real
Gamergate
names?
2. I'm
Why
so
would the journalists
excited.
want their real
Ooh,
names?
Maybe Milo Yiannopoulos will
This
come
is
out
why
of
you-
fucking...
this is why you can
I can't
never-
wait to hear Sargon
this is why you
tell me
should
about...
never have a conversation
Maybe
with
Matt
liberals.
Jarbo will have a resurgence. We get a fucking million mundane Matt.
Why would she want the names?
Milo fucking...
Why would she want their names?
Enjoy your Gamergate.
Why would she
I
want
hope
their
you
names?
guys have a lot of fun.
Why wouldn't?
I hope it's just as
Why would she want their
stupid
names?
And
Give me one good reason.
bombastic.
Are you trying to think of a good reason?
I don't even know what you're talking about. You're saying their names aren't on the website?
Not on the Discord. The author of the first Sweet Baby Inc. defense piece,
Yes.
the one who said that white people should be
The
assaulted in the
Kotaku
street,
lady, who I don't like, and I am not defending.
but you're on the same team.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna fucking kill you. Stop saying I'm on their team.
You're the most teaminest team.
So I'm not. I talk shit about these people all the fucking time.
Yeah, just like your friends. Like you talk shit about your friends.
Bro, don't do this.
What?
Don't do this. Please don't do this.
You
Please don't do this. Don't do this thing where the audience is going to come away from the show and they're going to go, wow, I didn't know
Stop
Vito.
defending your
I didn't know
friends.
Vito was
I can't pull
friends
it
with
up.
Sweet Baby and he's friends with Kotaku.
It sounds like it.
All this stuff that I very clearly oppose and have opposed on so many levels.
No, not enough.
Just because I don't believe every single, theory. And you know what? If
No,
you-
this is a big one.
I'm willing to entertain it. Just show me the money trail. Show me evidence. Show me what they actually changed in the
White
game.
people need to get their ass beat. Okay, let me go. Is that how you feel about that?
It's bad. It's bad. How do I have to say it's bad so that you believe me? Because apparently saying it's bad doesn't count.
I don't believe you.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm trying to find the asking for their oh, you can't be racist against white people. She also
I
said that.
tweeted out that they should not be saying those things.
That's
all right?
not good enough. Here
What
it
do you
is.
want me
Here's
to
the.
do?
Is there a reason why many of you don't have your names, pictures associated with your accounts on there? That's what the journalist.
That's what
She heard that
asked.
Sweet Baby Inc. was being attacked, and she went into their Discord and said, "Hey, any of you kids want to give me your?"
These people are incompetent journalists.
Evil.
They're very bad at what they do, and they have crazy ideas. What do you want me to say? You're right. They're the spawn of Satan. Is that enough? Like, what do I have to say
Deflection.
to convince you? I'm so done.
Deflection.
You're right. I love all of them.
You do.
We're all working together.
You
We're
do.
all friends. I'm sending them secret information. I actually
You're
work
not friends. You
No,
wish you were
I actually
friends.
work for Sweet Baby secretly. That black guy
You would
who's
love
causing
that.
all that trouble.
Yeah,
me
yeah,
and him
you would love
hang
that.
out all the time. I'm secretly working for the George Soros-funded DEI initiative.
Well, anyway, that's my problem.
I brought in all the woke problems when the show started, and then I had to bring
that was
it back
fake.
down.
That was fake to convince people that, like Gabe Hoffman, to convince
That is what
us that
Soros
you're
told
on our
me
side,
to
but
do.
You're not.
That's what Soros told me. He said,
You
"No."
always have to be careful.
He said, get in with those people, sell
Yep.
them your woke comic book.
You don't
and
have to
then,
make it though.
Throw them. You don't have to make it.
DEI. What did
Null
I say?
figured that- Null
Diversity.
figured that out. Null figured out that part of the
mafias.
plan.
Diversity extortion mafias.
Null figured out the secretly make a bad comic part of the plan.
Oh, do I get to play the video where Null says he wants to kill you today? If someone pays $20, I'll play it.
Yeah,
Now I agree with him. Okay, what's your last problem?
that guy he's on with when he's like, I want to fucking murder Vito or whatever. Even that guy was like, hey, bro, I'm on YouTube right now. You're not really supposed
Sean?
to say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, look, man, I'm not going to report you or whatever, but
But you better keep your DEI, your ESG scores
I wouldn't
up.
say I want to kill
whereas-
somebody on YouTube. Jesus fucking Christ. I shouldn't even put that Jewish song up there.
I don't know why you did that.
I might take it down.
Shit, I can't find it.
All right, well, you can keep searching
Yeah, I'll
for
keep
it.
looking.
Dick, my problem this Sunday, of course, is the Sunday, right? Is the Oscar ceremony,
Oh,
the
God.
Academy Awards.
Okay.
My problem is stupid award shows. They're all stupid. They're all pointless.
Yeah.
They served a certain point in time when you didn't immediately have access to everyone's opinion on everything. So having a collected opinion at the end of the year was kind of interesting and novel. And now it's like, I don't care about this at all.
So the collected opinions on television is outdated and useless, but if you put that in a magazine,
No, because those won't be an agreed upon opinion. Those will be different.
Okay.
There's still value in information. There's still
in 20 years when
there's still
everything is like
value-
VR, someone's going to say like, let's do like an award ceremony.
There's still value in reviews of movies and stuff to go
Yeah.
like, should I go see the movie? That's different. I'm talking about the concept of these awards. As somebody put it interestingly, is it used to be that the institution, people put value in institutions. Like we, the institution, are going to tell you, the customer, what's good.
Are you talking
Hollywood,
about the Oscars?
yeah, Hollywood's going to tell you.
I never thought they were about being good.
It was, well, that's how they said it. That's why they put it on the box. It said, this is an award-winning movie. You have to see the best picture. It won best picture. Yeah, it was the institution telling the consumer, here's an accolade we gave ourselves that should elevate this on a marketing potential
but
in
it
your
kind of
eyes.
does.
Yeah, in like a little bit, but it's also
Like, I'll watch an Oscar movie and go like, oh, okay, I kind of get why that was.
yeah, you know that. Well, but sometimes
They're not totally a scam.
they're not totally a scam, but they're also not. When it says best picture, it means like pretty good. Doesn't mean it's actually the best one.
It's just a popularity contest.
Well, that's the thing. Well, don't people take it too seriously as it goes?
Who?
Oh my
Who takes
God!
it too seriously?
Various people put. I think when the Game Awards, people always fight over the
the
fucking
Game
Awards. And I'm like, guys, you realize that this is like none of this
Well, it
matters
works
at
in
all.
Hollywood because everyone's beautiful and you want to see them dressed up and like loosen up.
It's an event.
Yeah,
Sure.
Game Awards, nobody wants to see any of you motherfuckers.
Right. And they have to they can't get anybody from the game industry to like show up.
So they
You'd be
pay
like,
celebrities.
Who the fuck's that guy?
Yeah,
so they just get.
No one wants to see that shit.
Yeah. But even with the Oscars, what do you call it? Again, as I was trying to say, is it used to be the institution telling us what we like. We now live in a time where the customer is like, no, here's what you should like. I don't need to listen to you guys at all. Unfortunately, we're still in a time when, these celebrities are still locked into the institutional structure. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I thought this.
Yeah,
take
but
on it.
when Chris Rock got slapped, that basically made up for like all the bad Oscars.
I mean, that was
how
awesome.
else? Yeah, how can you possibly shit on an institution that brought us that slap?
I
You
just don't
can't.
know. Yeah, well, how do you have the Oscars? You have access to all these celebrities. I feel like you could have some fun, not just in the best picture. It's this fucking thing.
Nah, because they have fun and it's like it's always cringe.
It is
It's
so
like-
cringe. Why is it so cringe though?
'Cause
Couldn't
there's
it
too much
not
pressure,
be cringe?
Man.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not like it's not an environment that's conducive to making good art.
Well, you know what it is? I think that is the problem, is that they're still trying to treat the Oscars like it was in like the 50s. Like, my God, a night of stars. Can you believe? It should be like this throwaway, like, you know what? It doesn't really matter.
Women like it though. You
Do
know,
they?
women
They like
love it.
the dresses.
Yeah,
They're just
and they
watching
like
for
to
the
see
fashion.
the emotion, like the excitement and the losses and stuff. I just think it's just not for you.
Well,
The Oscars.
I
for
think,
women.
I think there's a lot of flaws with the Oscars.
Yeah, but
okay?
they don't want to. Those aren't flaws to their demographic. Those are.
I think if it's a
positives.
night of celebrating movies, like you could put a little more thought into which movie's going to win. Like, why?
like less DEI stuff.
Yes.
How do you think that happens?
Well, again, I think that does not come down to money. I think it comes down to fucking liberal guilt of like all the Oscars. The Oscars are voted on. Okay, you explain how it works then.
No, you.
The Oscars are being voted on by a bunch of old white guys, and they go, we should probably...
No, it's not.
What are you talking about? It's Academy members.
They are not old white guys.
Well, they're old Jewish guys.
Well...
It's white guys and Jewish guys.
Can't call...
It's not only Jews in Hollywood, okay? A lot of old Jewish guys and old white guys. And a couple
so easily
that
it
snuck
rolls
in.
off your tongue.
A couple ladies snuck in there as well. And they go, we might as well
Who
vote.
stole your bike? I don't know. A white guy.
The guy from the Briggs,
The
the
Briggs
commercial.
guy.
Yeah.
That's who's voting on the Oscars.
He was
A
wearing
bunch of robbers from the Briggs commercial elected
Well,
Moonlight
that's
Kingdom.
why we get these
Or
terrible
Moonlight.
fucking things where like Crash wins Best Picture or The Green Book.
Crash was a good movie.
Really?
Yeah, I watched it. It was good.
The one but the racist one.
Where only
There's-
the Mexican man is the good guy.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's accurate.
So Crash should have won. Also, The
And
Green
Sandra
Book.
Bullock, the white woman, is the worst one.
Right. I mean, I find it very funny that Spike Lee, when they could have actually given they could have given an Oscar to like an actual famous black director, but instead they just always give it to some. First the year he did Do the Right Thing,
Yeah.
he wasn't even nominated, and Driving Miss Daisy won.
Driving Miss Daisy is a better movie.
Driving Miss Daisy is better than Do the Right Thing.
Yeah, Spike Lee's movies are retarded. They're
Driving
fucking
Miss Daisy is
stupid.
also kind of retarded.
What's that Spike Lee movie
An old
with
white
Lauren-
lady learns to not be as racist because Samuel L. Jackson drives her around a little bit.
That would be a way better version of Driving Miss Daisy.
Hey, who is? It's not Samuel L.
was
Jackson.
Not, I
It's- what's his
guarantee you,
name?
Samuel L. Jackson was not an
It's
even-tempered.
It's what's his name? Morgan Freeman, right? It would have been. They should do it. Real.
Bitch, what the fuck?
They should have done that.
Pulp Fiction? Now I
have
know you
Pulp
ain't got no
Fiction on.
motherfucker.
I have Pulp Fiction on here.
I'm
that's
a
why I
race
got
car in the
mixed
red,
up.
Miss Daisy. I'm a TNT laying motherfucker.
Would have been a much better movie. I mean, like, just the famous things that they got wrong. Forrest Gump winning over Pulp Fiction. Come on, that's the worst thing ever.
What? Wait, what?
For Best Picture, Forrest Gump won. Not
Yeah,
Pulp
that's
Fiction.
way better. Way better movie
Forrest
than Pulp
Gump
Fiction.
is better than Pulp Fiction?
Yes. It's like a
How?
whole generational trauma in one movie told
It's
through the perspective of a beloved actor who's playing a
Retarded guy.
passable retarded man.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would Pulp Fiction be better than that?
Are you joking right now?
No,
Dude, fuck. All right.
because it's out of order. Oh man!
I like when he
Look,
ran.
He's
he
still
ran
alive.
across the country.
Why would Pulp Fiction win an Oscar over
Pulp Fiction is like
Forrest
a
Gump?
groundbreaking fucking film that like redefined cinema. Forrest Gump is just a retarded guy running around and eating shrimp or
It's a
whatever the fuck.
way better movie.
All right, you're nuts. Best director,
You
famously.
should talk to the white guys that vote and
All right,
tell them you're.
who should have won Best Director? Apocalypse Now or Kramer vs. Kramer?
Probably
One of the
Kramer versus
greatest cinematic spectacles ever put on screen. Labor of love with
Are
incredible...
you mad that the movies that you like didn't win Oscars?
These are famous, like Oscar snubs.
You can't show contempt for a ceremony and then be envious
But this is
of the
why.
winners.
This is why you show contempt for the ceremony. Is that it's like this. You're right. At a certain point, you realize none of this matters.
I don't
because-
care who got second in the cocksucking contest.
Well, I would like to meet that gentleman because
I didn't say it was men.
of course it's men. Guy's gonna suck a cock way better than any lady
Why?
because they know what a cock feels like to have a
I know what a
cock.
cock feels like. I don't know how to suck a cock.
No, but I'm saying I'm sure that gay guys who do suck a lot of cock
suck a lot. It's
are
practice.
probably better at it than women.
Oh man, I don't know. You think the best cocksucker in the world is a man?
I would think the best cocksucker in the world would be someone with a penis. Because they know. Wouldn't like the best like what's a
the
good
best
example?
piano player in the world isn't a piano.
The best piano player in the world has a piano. Dick, fucking idiot.
I'm sure the best cocksucker woman in the world could get access to a cock when she wants.
You know what? That would be a good experiment. Is have a lady who's real good at sucking cock and a guy who's real good at sucking cock.
And
One
suck
guy
their
gets
cock.
his cock sucked by both, and then he says blindfolded
And
through a
he's
wall.
gay?
Yeah, he's bi. He's okay
Isn't he
with
gonna
either.
know?
You think he would know a guy's mouth from a lady's mouth?
I hope so.
It'd be. Hopefully it would be through a wall, and maybe you couldn't know. And,
And he has to shave first. I guess
it could be a very tiny. It could be a very tiny guy mouth.
I think I could tell a guy's mouth with my penis.
Well, maybe we should put that to the test. Maybe we can fund Ken Dick figure out whose mouth is on his penis.
I'm
the game
sure.
show.
I'm sure I could. I'm sure I would know if it was a guy sucking my cock or a
There's
woman.
a good premise there. You get
It's
guys.
not a good premise.
And you go, all right.
It's only a good premise if it's a fucking man sucking my cock.
That's a good point. Anyway, the point is all these award shows are stupid and a waste of time. I will be spending.
But you want the one you wanted to win still.
No, I don't want it to win. It's just it shows that you can't put stock in it.
Because it got second? The second best
Well,
movie of the year
it was nominated, but
is that not second place?
Well, that means there's 4 runners up. It's a runner up. It's not second.
Nominated. Yeah.
You don't call it second place
It's
if there's
an
4
honor
other
to be
people in
nominated.
second place.
Do you not believe that?
It's not, well, Matt Barr is Emmy nominated, so I don't put any
But the
stock in
Emmys-
that shit. He keeps crowing about
Sean's
that.
Emmy nominated.
Oh, Sean's Emmy nominated? Yeah,
I don't know.
Sean does good work.
All
All right. Well, I'm just saying people who are, getting all up and you're right. You should not go, oh my God, what a historic snub, because they've done it so many times before. It's a waste of time. And again, with the Game Awards, when everyone goes, oh, that shouldn't have won, you got to go, listen, guys, the guys voting on this
Game
again.
Awards are dumb. No one cares.
And the people voting on it are idiots. Again, a bunch of old Jews who probably haven't seen half the movies, and they just pick the one that has the most black people in it because they feel guilty.
Whoa!
That's what happens. That's why those movies win. They go, I didn't see Crash. What's it about? Racism. And they're like, I'll give it
Pretty accurate, though.
The racism in Crash?
Yeah, to L.A.
It's been a long time since I've seen Crash. I do not remember enjoying it.
When did you see it? Did you see it before you moved to L.A.? Or after?
Yeah, before.
Oh, you got to watch it now.
Got to watch it now because
it's an L.A. movie.
Yeah.
Now you'll get it. Like, oh,
now I'll be like, hey, that gardener deserves better. He didn't take her key or whatever. Doesn't she lose her key to the gardener?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's a home security guy. He's installing home security.
He's not he doesn't have a leaf blower. That's not in the movie Crash.
I don't know, man. My problem is stupid award shows, Dick.
Like the streamies, with the webbies.
That's a bad one.
That's a bad one.
YouTube's.
What if you won an award though? Then you'd change your tune pretty fast.
I wouldn't. I don't think I'd put.
What
a
if
lot
you
of
won an
stock in
Oscar
it.
for best defense of ESG Mafia?
I mean, you use it for. I use it for marketing. Star Realms won a South by Southwest 2013 Tabletop Game of the Year.
There you go.
Sounds great, and then you go, isn't South by Southwest a music festival? And you're like,
It's
yeah,
Everything Festival.
okay. And you guys won their best board game award. Yeah, it's a very prestigious category at
Still
South
cool.
by Southwest.
I think you're just uncomfortable with accolades in general.
Well, I don't have very many
I was in
of
a
them.
short film that won a couple awards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the prom king,
What?
weren't you?
What does that have to do with the film award?
Well, that's an accolade.
Homecoming. No,
Homecoming.
not prom. Prom's after.
You know what one I do take a little bit of pride in, tiny bit.
That was your comment on my film winning an award is an insult and then talking about yourself. It's just like
What award did your
trash.
film win?
Yeah, exactly.
I wasn't paying
Yeah.
attention. Everybody's short film has won a fucking award. I don't think it's possible to make a short film and not win an award.
I think you could surprise yourself.
I've been in LA and I remember a guy sent me a script and I went, oh God, this is the worst script ever. And then like 2 years
And
later,
then you've made Super Killer.
no, then shut up. 2 years later, he goes, oh, we won all these awards. I'm like, off that? All right. Super Killer's great. I did win Battle of the Bands in high school, and that felt like that's a good high school moment, right?
Yeah, so you can't shit on award ceremonies. They're fun.
I'm saying they're fun, but people put too much stock in them and they treat them with too much gravitas. The Academy itself does.
Why do you think that?
Because you know what?
Because
Maybe
you're
right.
envious of Hollywood. That's why. You want to be a part of the award ceremony.
No, I don't want to be a part of the awards ceremony. I want to be part of the writers' room. I think I would have a lot of fun writing with a team.
You don't want to stress yourself out, though.
What do you mean?
You have to like write
I'm
one
gonna have to take
episode
some,
every couple of
breaks.
years. Yeah. Okay.
I told you who bought a copy of Enemy Weapon, right?
Who did?
The lady who wrote Dallas.
Dallas, the
Yeah.
soap opera?
Yeah, it's really confusing.
How'd you figure that out?
Because when people buy a copy, no, I wouldn't normally do this, but it was like a Beverly Hills address. And I went, who the fuck
This is my in to get in Hollywood.
Well, no, I was just like, do I have a fan who lives in Beverly Hills? I assumed it was like somebody local or something. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Maybe somebody I know. And also, Beverly Hills is famously like a super rich area.
Beverly Hills?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, do we have like a...
That's why I was so confused.
I was very confused.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, no rich person is listening to this fucking show. And I looked it up. And
this show?
Yeah. Well,
Gabe Hoffman's listening to this.
That's true.
Oh. He's trying to learn how he could be more,
Right. I probably shouldn't.
We're the same
I probably
guy.
shouldn't Google people's addresses, but I was like just curious. I'm like, well, who's in Beverly Hills? And I looked up the name. I was like, yeah, it's the lady who wrote Who Shot JR. The most famous episode of Dallas.
Who was that?
And I'm like, I still don't understand. I actually sent her an email and I'm like, hey, this is weird.
Look at my script.
How did you? No, I didn't say that. I mean, in the back of my head, I'm like, maybe I could be friends with her. But I was like, how did you find this game or something? Because no, I don't sell a lot of copies of that card game. And she answered the email in kind of a cryptic way where I don't really understand it. And then she bought another copy for her grandson, so she clearly liked it. And the only possible explanation I can have is that I left one copy at a kebab shop in Highland Park, and I actually did sell a copy to somebody, and I was like, "Hey, how'd you find out about the game?" He's like, "Oh, I found it at this kebab shop, and we all played it. And it was funny." I'm like, "Oh, cool! Hey, that actually worked." So I guess this lady bought like a pita. I assume this lady from Beverly Hills, a famous writer, bought a pita.
Not famous.
And then took my game off the shelf and went, this is kind of funny. Maybe I'll go buy one online. Huh. No, she is kind of famous. Like she has hold on. You're trying to find the name of the lady who wrote it?
Yeah, I can't. You gotta go to IMDb or something.
No, she has a Wikipedia. She's like, and she would like
ran. I know, but I can't.
She ran like the
research it.
Here, I'll find the name real quick.
You don't have to say it. I guess it doesn't matter. You're saying
it doesn't matter. It's the lady who wrote Who Shot JR. She's like that. She was like the head of like the script writing, lecturing department at like UCLA. I was
wow.
And I was like, hey, it's kind of cool that she thinks my game is funny. I guess. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
Script writing at UCLA.
I don't think she works there anymore.
Oh.
I think this was like she's old now, dude. She wrote for Dallas. Like she's probably like 70 or something.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So yeah.
Okay.
For some reason, the lady who wrote Who Shot JR bought my stupid card game. But she bought another copy. She said, send it to my grandson. I don't know if I should say that, but I don't know. That's kind of
doxing.
Cool. It's interesting.
Okay. My problem is vegan.
I wonder if I can get her on the show. We'd ask about Dallas.
I don't know anything about
I'm famously
Dallas.
a huge Dallas fan.
I just know The Simpsons.
Exactly.
Who shot
Mr. Burns, which was a ripoff of that.
Vegan donuts. Like, my girlfriend's been getting vegan donuts for so long.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were
Is that the ones I saw that were they're like little
No, those are mochi
donuts?
nuts. Those
Mochi
are
nuts are
entirely.
good.
They're not vegan.
Aren't
I don't
those
know
good?
if they're vegan or not. They're good, but she's been getting these donuts for so long, and I was used to them. And then she got donuts from a new place this week, and I took a bite out of it, and I was like, oh, fuck.
These
I
are
remember why donuts are so good. What the fuck is wrong with the donuts that you've been getting for years? And she goes, well, those are vegan. And I said, never get them again.
That place, you guys, every time I come over, there's like a box of donuts. Those were vegan donuts
those were
the whole
vegan,
time?
it comes to find out. Yeah.
Okay, a
said,
donut
it's forbidden in the house.
Butter and flour.
I don't know how vegans work, but...
Well, there's not going to be any butter in it, so they have to find a butter substitute, right?
I didn't know that.
So it's
So
probably
I've been
like
eating
oil.
bogus.
It's probably like
I've been
oil
eating
in
bogus
water.
donuts for years.
Well,
I
I think a good
it should be illegal. Don't you think?
I don't think it should be illegal. I think people are allowed.
It should
to
be
make,
illegal to sell it and not have just vegan be
Tom's
the number
Vegan
one.
Donuts should be the name of it.
Should be the number one thing. You
Right.
shouldn't even be allowed. It's like champagne. You shouldn't be allowed to call it donuts because it's V-guts or something.
Yeah.
Call it something else.
Champagne has to come from the Champagne region of France, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be like
Which
that.
I don't think they did. They still uphold that. You have to call it sparkling white
how
wine.
would they possibly uphold it?
Well, no,
Trademark it?
I think you have to call it sparkling white wine if it's not actually from Champagne, France.
So do that, but don't for donuts.
Right. You would have to call them vegan nuts or something.
Yeah. Before we do any of this UBI stuff that you're talking about, we got to figure out how to.
That I'm talking about because I'm the one pushing UBI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
Me
your
and my
own
friends.
way.
Me and my
You
friends.
and your friends.
At Kotaku and Sweet Baby.
Yeah.
I'm going to be so mad reading the comments on this episode. I'm
Because you are defending them.
Not defending them.
You're pretending like it's an insane
I
conspiracy.
want information.
You have it all. It's right there.
Okay.
See, condescending. That's why people will
I'm
rightfully
not being
abuse you in the
condescending.
comments.
Why don't you take it and arrange it into a loving article format?
Because we did that. Every time we give you election
And then
fraud,
we can
you
print
laugh at it.
and distribute it globally
Yeah.
to the readers.
Yeah.
You got your first article, Dick. There you go.
No. I'm not going to write.
Well, then no one will ever know the truth. Because the only way to get out information is with a slow
Republicans do.
periodical.
Conservatives and non-liberals know the truth. But liberals are...
Oh, they're good at getting the truth out?
They know what's going on.
They know what's going on.
Non-liberals look at a bunch of fat women with dyed short hair, and they know immediately what's going on.
The Republicans... all of the,
Not Republicans. Non-liberals.
Right,
non-liberals.
Right. The non-liberal media, right.
Non-liberals.
I
not media.
I love
Stop
when I want,
adding words
when I
to,
want the straight dope. I know I can tune in to like a guy like Tim Pool, and he can go.
No, he's liberal.
I'm going to tell you.
Tim Pool is liberal.
Okay.
He's very liberal.
Sure.
He's also wormed his way into non-liberal
Oh, he's
circles.
part of it. He's part of it.
Yeah, he is.
You guys have all the fun you want with Gamergate 2. I don't care. Do whatever you want.
It's not fun. We're just trying to.
You're having fun.
We're trying to protect ourselves from you
what?
flaggers like you and these sweet baby people.
I'm going to urge you guys to. There are serious problems that can be solved.
Black lesbians.
This lawsuit, this guy suing to make sure white guys can get hired to work on shows.
He won that.
The stuff he hasn't won it yet.
Oh, there's one today that he won.
Oh,
that somebody,
well,
that a guy won. That a white guy won.
I will have to read that. The lawsuits against Harvard to make
That's
sure.
an Asian people problem. That's not us.
This also affects white people.
Yeah, but Asian people have that.
Hey, you get a leg up as a Hispanic, so you should be fighting against that.
I already went to college. I don't
You already
care.
went to college. What do you care? These problems are out there. I think the problem of a company willingly hiring a consulting firm and possibly following their advice of their own volition.
See, no one believes that even you believe what you're saying.
I genuinely believe that it is optional
When you say
to
genuinely,
hire
we
these
know you're
people.
lying.
Because not every company hires them. Some of the big ones choose to because they have been convinced that there are,
They have ESG scores
PR
that they have to maintain.
PR blunders. And it's not, if you
think there's something more important than getting free money from a hedge fund, you're insane.
Okay, but here's the thing is that they're already doing that. For instance, one of the things that they said is like, God of War already made one of the Viking ladies black. Sweet Baby didn't do that. The only thing Sweet Baby did was make it so the black lady, I don't know, got different lines of dialogue. But that doesn't bring up your ESG score. They don't track that.
Hiring the
They just
consultant
track-
brings up your ESG score.
Okay, well, you would have...
What do you mean, okay?
Prove
You don't
it.
even... Prove what? How ESG scores work?
Yeah, prove how ESG scores are calculated. Show me something that says, did you hire a consulting firm? If so, you get plus 5 points.
I'm sure hedge funds are, they're notoriously honest, right? Hedge funds, you would say? Yes or no? If you had to rank serial rapists and hedge fund managers, who would you say is more
All of
honest?
this relies on me just believing you because it's fun.
We don't care if you believe.
Okay.
The non-liberals know this is happening, and we're just going to use it to
But
mock you for saying stupid
know
shit.
it's happening. You think it's happening, okay? And then
What's that say? ESG risk. You see that?
I'm not going to even look at it.
Company
Doesn't
ESG risk ratings.
Okay.
You
Nintendo's
ever heard of this?
ESG
Stock
risk
to Vito,
rating.
Morningstar?
Okay. And how did they arrive at this number?
Just call them up. Hedge fund guys.
No, let's see. Does it
No,
say?
hedge fund guys are notoriously honest, straightforward. They wouldn't, drown a kid to make $1. I'm sure they'll tell you the straight up reason why, how their ESG score is calculated.
Okay.
It's not a measure of.
It's possible hiring a consulting firm brings up your ESG score. I just think that would be very easy to find that information and prove
It's totally easy to measure environmental impact. That's like a non-subjective,
Hold
totally
on.
objective
Hold on.
score that you could arrive at.
How does the company know that hiring this consulting firm will bring up their ESG score? That was communicated to them in some way. Otherwise,
Are
they
you
wouldn't
aware
hire
of
them.
marketing? You
Okay,
buy the right beer,
but I'm
you're going to get
saying-
laid. You
but-
understand how marketing works?
But there's not a single person within this organization, within any organization, who can come out and say,
You see that
oh,
TED
well, the way you can raise your ESG score is hiring these guys, because the second you hire them, it goes on like this report, and that brings you up 5 points.
How do you think the world works?
I think
How do
that
you think? Why do you think that woman's giving a TED talk where she says
information.
terrify your executives into making the right call?
It's not a TED talk. It was a game developer conference.
Right, that's the right part. That's the part that you should be focusing on if you're deflecting.
She's doing marketing. She's saying, well, if you don't hire us, anything could happen.
Yeah, and somehow we have an ESG score on Morningstar, Sustainalytics.
Okay. So
What could that possibly mean? All of it's bullshit. E, the S, and the G, all bullshit. But I'm sure they have some sort of video game scoring algorithm.
I think that the way the algorithm works, if it works the way you're talking about, it would be very not impossible to find that information and just present it instead of just speculating.
The way that you think these companies work at this level with trillions of dollars involved is farcically fantastic. That
You don't
they
think
have
there's
it
a single
delineated.
person in any of these marketing firms who's a little bit cynical and goes, this is kind of stupid. And if somebody asks me how it works, I'll go, yeah, we got to hire these guys, loose lips, and a Project Veritas guy will come in and get them on camera talking about how it works. You got Project Veritas. Why doesn't he just get these guys, get them liquored up, tell them he's going to blow them, and then they spill all their secrets?
What would they spill?
They would say, oh, why do you guys hire those sweet baby guys? And they go, oh, it's great. We got a great deal, BlackRock. They say if you hire these guys, we'll bring your ESG score up 10 points. Just get that.
See, is it the 10 that you're focusing on? Like, do you need it to be a concrete number?
How
do you think hedge funds work?
if the score is just going up by virtue of having diversity in the content.
Yes.
Okay, but then you don't need to hire Sweet Baby to do that. You
That
can
makes
just
it
put
more.
a black person in there.
But what if your competitors are hiring them? I
Why would
better
it-
hire them too. I better be more
Or-
diverse than them.
Well, but you could just do that by just saying the game's just all black people. Why? Okay, if it's true that the most important thing is to just bring up your ESG score,
Right.
Why do they not just make every game all black and gay people?
Have you not seen Netflix
right, see,
during
I knew-
February?
I
Have you
knew
not
that's what you
fucking
were gonna
seen
say.
Netflix during February? Why is Aragorn black?
All right, you're right. There's no more white
You're
people.
such a team guy.
There's no
the biggest
more
team guy
white
there's ever
people
been.
in video
All right.
games. They got rid of all the whites. I love my
It's
team.
amazing they can get you to root against your self-interest for no money. Because you're smarter than us. They've trained you to need to be smarter than us. Liberals, right? And that's the payoff?
Every movie I went to go see Dune, and I was like, it's just all black people the whole way down.
Well, there was a white guy.
There's a lot of
Dune.
white guys in Dune.
The bad guy.
And
actually
the good
both
guy.
bad guys.
Both bad guys. That's a much better way of putting it. They
So
still
you got to go back about 60 years to find a property that's not been taken over by DEI?
Well, Super Killer stars a white guy. And what is it? God, what's her ethnicity?
Persian or something?
And a Persian lady.
Uh-huh.
But she's basically a white lady.
No.
What do you mean, no? She's not a white lady.
Persians aren't white.
Well, no, but I'm saying, like, for appearance's
Iranian.
sake.
Bouncing leg problem. There's instances where it's not always a problem. There was this one time in high school where, I was like horny as a high school kid might be. And,
Yeah.
I had a boner in the middle of class and I was able to kind of like work it against my thigh.
Okay, this is child pornography that
You really thought
you're describing.
You really wanted to
child
call in and tell us.
pornography.
Well, sometimes you have a restless leg. It's just a way of masturbating in school.
Tell me a story about a 15-year-old boy jacking off in school. That's fucking child porn, you fucking freak, you sick freak.
A magazine, Vito?
All
Are
right,
you
come
fucking
on.
serious?
Just
There's
do
no
your-
way you're going to make a magazine
Thanks.
in under a year, let alone quarterly.
Well, I'm not working on it now. It's just
But
an
if you
idea I'm
could-
floating out there.
Dick is wrong on this.
Thank you.
A magazine, a physical magazine,
Yes.
would be sick. Make
All
it
right.
exclusive. Try to
Yes.
keep the price down, $12 to $15
Sure,
quarterly,
sure.
typical.
$12.
But you could totally get away
Pay
with
20
20
guys with $12.
25 even. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I think you could get away with it.
Okay.
Maybe not, but I think so. I think it works. I buy it. You know why? Because a magazine isn't the same thing as reading an article on your phone.
Yeah, it's
not.
worse.
No,
They're
it's better.
different
It's
because
like
of
a
how you
different
consume
experience.
them, where you consume them. Magazines are made for shitting and smoking cigars.
Yes.
News articles on your phone are made for not getting out of bed and ignoring your girlfriend. They're very different situations that you want to sit down and read these. It's like
Thank
a
you.
book. I don't have to explain how books work and why you
Kinda
would
do, 'cause
prefer a
Dick
book
doesn't get it,
over
'cause
something
they're electronic.
digital.
They're not.
Just,
Yes, they are.
try to actually make it happen.
Okay, so
You
how
know?
many magazines do you
Like,
own? For everyone who
within
likes
a
the
year?
idea, how many fucking magazines do you
Within
have?
2 years, give it a shot.
I have a lot of magazines.
Recently?
Well, no, because they don't make them anymore.
They do.
And-
That guy, Doug and Anthony, did it.
yeah, I guess I should get Doug and Anthony's magazine.
You don't think liberals have tried to do this magazine shit? Like,
I
all
know-
my friends are writers.
I know,
Let's make a magazine.
but like, I think it would be different. I think, and also, we're in an interesting. We are in an interesting space.
Who's we?
Me,
You and me?
you, this whole YouTube, podcasting, comedy, whatever thing. We know
Okay.
interesting people. Yeah, well, you're right. When they do these liberal magazines, it's like, and it's Doug Crux, from fucking Walla Walla, Washington, and he's here to tell you about his trans son's journey into womanhood or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, well, I don't want to read that. But I think there's interesting guys who have. There's a portion of them that's going untapped. It's all just streams. It's streams and podcasts, and those have value in like videos or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But I think the written word has value. And honestly, if you're writing, just put it on the internet. Nobody reads it. It's not a thing.
Because it's not any good, what you're writing.
I think these guys are good writers.
If no one's reading it, then it's not good. It's trash.
People were reading it. I think people's tastes have changed.
So they don't want what's being written anymore?
I don't think they want it in the digital form. I think
They need it on a piece of paper.
Yeah, I think
They don't have a printer?
No, honestly, a lot of people don't have a printer right now.
Keon told me that, actually. When I first met him, he goes, you want me to print this? I got a printer at home. He goes, that's how I know you're rich, because you have a printer at home. I said, I don't think that's right.
Bro, I never print anything. Like, I have a printer, but I rarely use it because it's such a pain in the ass.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, my God. Okay. He ruined the bit. The bit was ruined. Is the niggler claiming responsibility for this, or? Okay.
You never do.
You never have. That's kind of your thing, niggler. We got another 30 minutes there, 30 seconds of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vito, you're scot-free for the next 6 months.
6 months I'm scot-free.
I was
Wow.
going to niggle me.
You won. Also, Dick, get fucked.
Wow.
I'm doing a humping motion towards you. 'Cause
He's
you
humping the air towards
I
you.
could tell. I could feel it.
you stupid bitch.
You know what I like about the niggler? He just powers through. He commits. He commits to niggling us both. Thank you, niggler.
Vito, how have you not figured out how to weaponize the fact that every time you talk about a visceral body fluid or something gross, Dick is on the verge of throwing up?
You're
I
right.
think that you can counter Vito's booty with something like, hey, what will gross Dick out this week?
How about every time he pulls out the treasure chest, I just start jacking off? Would that be a good bit?
I mean, it's not about fluids,
Get
though.
banned from YouTube pretty quick with that.
All right, last one.
All right, one more.
All right, Vito. So you brought in the confirmation bias thing a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
That is a perfect example of confirmation bias. And, Dick fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. Tried to tie himself
don't
into
fall
knots,
for
trying to deny
a
that that was
sociological
like a
experiment.
quintessential definitional example of confirmation bias. It was great. But then you bring in this
All right.
new moonwalking bear thing, and it has
Identical.
nothing to do with the problem.
Neither
And,
did the other one.
It kind of makes me think that both times you were just trying to trick Dick, and then the first time it just coincidentally was actually a good example of the problem, whereas
Not
this
a good
time it was completely irrelevant to distracted children. It had nothing
Okay,
to do.
get the fuck out of here.
That was just funny.
All right, that's it. Go to biggestproblem.
I mean, you thought it was fun when you were like, wait, there was a bear? And then, yeah, you went and rewatched it. You remember that?
Stupid. Yeah.
Like, he's wearing all black.
It's retarded.
I got to find more sociological studies for Dick to stumble upon. Vote on all the problems at biggestproblem.show. Guys, Biggest Problem in Final Fantasy bonus episode at patreon.com/biggestproblem. Don't forget, memberships are now available on our YouTube channel. If you'd like to use our exciting new suite of emojis, sign up for a membership, and you can drop those in the chat. We got some fun ones.
Overworked, manga artists.
Yes. Stupid award shows.
Stupid award shows. Okay. Stupid award shows.
Dick starting Gamergate
diversity.
2 without
Extortion,
my permission
Mafia.
or condoning.
I think that why's the real reason you are so resistant to what is obviously happening? Is it Trump?
No.
What is it?
There's a number of reasons I don't want there to be a Gamergate 2, okay?
But you keep saying Gamergate too.
Yes.
I've seen people say that.
It's just all stupid. It's so stupid. And the journalists causing it are stupid. It's just stupidity all the way down.
Journalists.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of them.
And vegan donuts.
Not my friends, though. They'll be spared.
Well, break an omelet.
Because they have to write for my
gotta
magazine.
make a few eggs. Diversity, Mafia, Extortion, Mafia. Okay, go to biggestproblem.show to vote on these. Now we'll do super chats.
You don't have to leave a comment calling me like a cuck, like a party guy. Like, I already can assume that, you know? Because if right now you're typing
I'm
out,
honest about
right now if you're typing out like a big thing about it's Vito just doesn't see the truth right in front of his eyes, and he asks for evidence and information in order to
Do you think
be
this
sure of
condescending
what's
is gonna
going
help
on.
you?
No, why don't you just send me if it's all happening? Same with the election fraud shit. If it's all happening,
it's a trick. They want you to waste your time giving them evidence. They know they cheated. They know they're lying.
Okay.
They want you dead. They want you wasting time. They want you dead.
Yeah, I want you all dead. That's it.
Yeah.
I hope you die.
You do. I'm 100. I know you do.
What a great show. I can't have you guys die. You're paying my bills at this point with this fucking show.
Then
my Soros
UBI
checks,
doesn't work.
My Soros checks stopped coming in. I don't know what I did wrong. And then I got a very stern message from Bill Gates saying he's going to deactivate my anti-vaccine chip, and I'm going to perish with the rest of you.
See, I know when I say crazy shit that people are going to hate, I'm not worried about the blowback.
Crazy shit, I said. I said crazy shit.
Yeah, what you're saying is crazy.
I said I just don't believe it without evidence, and that's crazy.
You got all the evidence right there.
Okay.
The woman going in Discord asking for people's names.
That's the
doxing shit that liberal journalists do because they're evil. The PR pieces that they write for their friends.
There's a lot of
the ESG shit's happening right there, right in front of your eyes. They're bragging about it. They're bragging about not hiring white guys.
Oh my god!
They're bragging about it. They're bragging about not hiring white guys. They're demanding that they be beaten and assaulted in the street. And you still, well, where's the evidence?
Okay, what do you want to have happen?
What's happening?
Okay.
What do you mean? What do I want to have happened?
You want to get rid of these consulting firms.
I don't care.
They're
never going to go away.
We should get rid of ESG scores.
That's not happening.
I think they could naturally be less. I mean, let's be clear. People are investing in the companies to make money. They're not just investing it for the sake of diversity.
Who? Who's they?
People like If BlackRock starts losing money, they're going to have a very bad time. They still want to make
lose
money.
They own the entire government.
But
they're investing in people that they want to shape society.
Okay.
What do you mean? Okay. Again, you're super condescending. But then when you get it back,
they're
you
a private equity firm. They try to make profit. If they're not making profit, they're going to have a bad time.
They can't make more profit. They own the entire government.
So you're saying at this point, BlackRock is not making any decisions based on profitability. It's all based on trying to craft a societal, liberal.
They have so much money that profit for them means shaping society in a way that keeps all the wealth in their hands.
Okay.
They have so much money that it's not about picking winners and losers. It's about making winners and losers.
And you accomplish that by giving the Black Viking in God of War more lines of dialogue.
Yes.
Okay.
I nail Vito in the fucking comments. The condescension for a guy that lost so much money in stocks is unreal.
I haven't lost. I'm up.
Unfucking
I'm
real.
up. What are you talking
You're
about?
even now. You said last week you were down
I
a
was
shitload.
even, and now I'm up.
Yeah.
I'm in the green. Let me check where I'm
Let
at
it
right
loose.
now.
Let it fucking loose.
I'm doing good. Everybody keep buying hymns. Keep buying Palantir. This is not financial advice. I'm doing great. There's a lot of tension in the room right now. There's
Not from me, there's
All
not.
right, all
You're
right,
just
all
nervous
right.
about what people are going to say.
There's a
I don't
lot-
give a shit.
Okay. A lot of hostility. There's a lot of accusations going around that
From
I'm on.
you. You're saying
And
we're
I'm on
crazy.
a team. I'm on a team. Koof for 2. Thank you for not killing yourselves. Thank you, Koof. Moon Milk for 20. $20 for some Joshua Moon.
Uh-oh.
Also, are you guys okay with clippers? Yeah, clip the show. Vito, try carnivore or 80% carnivore. I lost 7 pounds a week cuz it. Shout out to Ralph. He'll be running one of my stories about local corruption soon. Wow, thanks,
All
Moon
right, should we
Milk.
do Null?
Okay, you want to hear Null saying he's going to kill me?
Yeah.
I don't even, but yeah, I mean, play it. It's just like nuts.
Well, I mean, you were wishing a million suicides, though, so.
Okay, yeah, this is
potentially criminal who's like
criminal.
So these guys all obsess over hating Nick Rekieta because he enjoys alcohol, right?
I mean, he gets pretty wasted, but I don't think that's why they're hating on him. I think I don't know why they hate Nick so much.
Well, okay, so Null broke up with. Again, I don't have the full story. I believe that Null was mad at Nick because Nick is friends with Drexel, and Drexel went on a date with a lady to a BDSM dungeon.
Well, Drexel's black. That's
Right.
why. It's not. It has nothing to do with it.
Okay. Well, apparently, I don't know. They had a falling out.
They're obsessed with the size of
Because
black
of
men's
Drexel.
penises.
Right?
Yeah, but I don't think that's accurate.
Well, that's why I'm saying I don't completely understand.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to
See, unlike Null, who will say, this is the reason they hate
Yeah,
Eric
yeah,
July,
yeah.
we actually go, I don't actually understand what's going on. I'm very open to hearing what it is.
I think Null and Nick were very close, and Null gets dog-walked by his forum a lot.
Yeah, they force him to ruin every relationship he has with a surrogate father figure.
because they're right. Because they're like jealous
You're
that
a good dad, I thought.
I'm still a good dad.
I know you're still a good dad, but unfortunately,
I just want him to do
your internet
I just want him
son
to do one
is
push-up.
running around.
They're all my sons, except for Vickers.
Except
he was
Vickers.
a bad man.
Your internet son's kind of off
Does
the
Vickers
leash.
Is he really divorced?
Yeah, that's
Ralph's,
what the
enemy.
According to the documents, it says as of December 2023, which is only like 2 months ago, a divorce between him and Mrs. Vickers was finalized.
Oof. I don't know who. I don't know who won in that one.
Also, did they default on their? They
Are
tried
they splitting up their fucked up kids?
They have 3 records of trying to
I'm
file
sure they
for
learned on the
bankruptcy.
first one, and now all the rest of the kids are good.
Yeah, it turns out
They didn't raise any, serial killers and pedophiles or whatever.
there are some people who get caught up in the fun of engaging in this internet
Being
blood sports.
E-famous?
Yeah, being
Yeah.
e-famous, and don't realize that their lives are, and their personal relationships are quickly deteriorating and dying.
And he owed the IRS like
A lot of, at least like
$250,000.
I thought it was 315 or something. I don't remember.
That was the total debts. So
Yeah.
he owed, and that was the negotiated debt. So at first he owed the IRS, I think 200-something thousand, and the franchise tax board of California 150.
How do you end up owing the franchise tax board that much?
Because you don't pay taxes. That's how.
But
you don't pay taxes for 5-6 years. That's how.
even still, man. Okay.
Are his kids on welfare now? Vickers?
Well, hopefully they're
That
out
means
of that.
I'm paying more.
Oh, wait,
for,
they're not
that
out
means
of the
I'm paying
house.
more for child support for Vickers' kids
No.
than Ralph.
Get them on UBI, and then you are paying child.
I'm paying for Vickers' kids.
You are the
I'm
child
getting
support.
fucking taxed to death.
You're
So
everybody's
Vickers'
dad.
kids can eat Disney
Yeah.
flavored ice cream. What the fuck? Get a job, Vickers. I'm sure you get a job as a professional pie eater or something, you fat prick.
There's so much.
Sell your little newsboy hat. God.
People have no idea how hard
He's
it is
like
to
1
do
year
this
younger
show,
than me or
'cause-
older than me too. Vickers
Yeah.
is my age.
Yeah.
And I am doing so much better than him.
Well, you don't have a daughter that. Well.
What? Why are you so? You just spent.
No, I was
you
trying to
spent,
remember.
you
I
spent
was
2
trying to-
hours calling the audience stupid conspiracy theorists, but you can't say what do you think about Vickers?
No, I don't like Vickers. I don't.
Horrible dad. He fucked up on his daughter, and now he's totally fucking the rest of his kids. He spent the last money they had trying to fuck
Ethan Ralph.
the dad of his grandson, and totally fucked up his own family. Do you know how fucking funny that is?
It's. I mean, I guess I just feel. I don't know. Yeah, it's.
How fucking bad of a dad are you? Wow,
He's
why'd
like
you get
crazy.
divorced?
He's
Oh,
like
I spent
fucking-
a year
he's a
or two of my
crazy
life
person.
and our last dollars trying to alienate the
Trying to
father
become
of my
internet
daughter's
famous
son.
off my daughter's
sex tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like Kardashian.
What would that be? His grandson? Off my grandson's father.
Mother's
The
sex
father of
tape.
my grandson, I'm trying to destroy his internet career to make one for myself.
Oh, wow. How long's he been on the internet? Long time. How about you? Never. Why do you think you could destroy his internet career?
Because a
then?
bunch of guys on this internet forum really hate that guy, and they will take whatever they can get as ammo against him.
It's honestly great. I can't believe they convinced Vickers.
Has
to
Vickers
wreck
not
his
been
whole
on the
fucking
internet
life.
for months or something? Didn't he like disappear?
I don't know.
I thought like he kind of like ghosted out, and everybody was like, "Where'd he go?" And it's like, "Oh, he's getting a fucking divorce, and you know, he doesn't have his wife, and
Maybe
he
he
doesn't
went
have
on
any
a
money."
Disney cruise,
Well,
the low budget Disney cruise where they shovel you in.
just a creepy guy in a Mickey Mouse boat paddling.
He is a
out.
creep, man. 100% he molested. I mean,
All this stuff is just the
you know,
internet.
but he wasn't
huh?
molesting his wife. That's what he should have been molesting.
It's like before the internet existed, they're like these people were just
This is
out
all just
there
my opinion.
being
Obviously,
crazy.
this is all just my
This is
opinion.
all opinion and speculation. All I know
Can't
is
afford a lawyer.
the Ralph male has been stacking W's.
I told him not to fuck with Ralph. At the very beginning, I
Yeah.
said, well, just, you know, log off. Don't fuck with Ralph.
I would have said, listen,
He'll win.
You got a kid there. You want to give him the best life possible. I don't think that kid is going to benefit from you and his dad.
Yeah, kill yourself.
I don't think your grandfather and your dad having a stupid internet feud for points is going to contribute to the well-being of that child.
Oh, man.
If you want to make money, if you want to
You
get
think you could
fame,
match with his wife on, like, Bumble or something?
well, you
his
should
ex-wife?
have just done what I would have done with a kid. Just force him to make TikToks
Yeah.
if you want to get internet famous.
He tried.
Yeah.
But he wanted the fame.
He wanted
He
the
should
fame.
have said, well, you like making sex tapes. Why don't you make a couple more sex tapes for the old man? Right?
Wait, who's he communicating to?
His
The
daughter. Yeah.
Oh God, Jesus Christ.
Why? Is that not
It's a little.
what you're saying?
It's a little. No, I meant to his. I used the kid, the grandson. You know, put him in TikToks.
I don't want the grandson in pornography. What are you
That's not what
talking
I'm saying.
about?
Maybe
That's
we're go-
disgusting.
Come on. All right, so Null's gonna tell this lawyer how
Isn't
he's
that
gonna
amazing?
murder me. I guess it's amazing.
Lost the house? I don't even know if it's true though. I guess
Well, this is a breaking story. I'm sure we'll have more developments soon.
yeah, but I did notice his wife changed her profile picture like 2 days before the divorce. That's a bad sign.
She definitely divorced him because he won't. Did
Look
she
at, like-
ever comment on any of this? Like, was she ever a part of it?
She was one of the main aggressors. with
So why
Ralph.
would they get a divorce? I wonder what suddenly.
Well, because they're
changed.
both psychotic pieces of shit.
Yeah,
That's why.
they probably got in a big
Obviously.
fight about how they spent all their money trying to take Ralph down and it didn't work.
Look at how bad of parents they are to drive their daughter to like totally abandoning, like doing anything to get away from her life. They're really, really bad parents.
There's a lot of just like stuff that is just kind of sad, you know. You're just like, man.
What do you
just-
mean? What's that?
Well,
Sad?
again, like, yeah, they ruined this girl's life. They're fucking around. It's like this is people's lives. Don't do this shit. There's a kid. He's.
Who cares?
I know.
Who cares
but
about?
I know
anybody?
you don't care. I get it.
You don't really either.
I feel bad for Ralph's kid. He's in that terrible household.
Why? He's got Ralph male genes.
Ah.
He could do whatever he wants. He's totally fucking invincible. One day he's gonna, like a mutant superpower, it'll manifest. Go, what did you say to me?
Look, I'm not saying Ralph Mel genes don't have
Ralph
value.
male genes are the fucking most valuable source of power.
I'm not gonna.
It's like the spice in Dune.
I'm not gonna reinterpret this situation as a superhero origin story as you are now casting it.
What other way is there to look at
Born
it?
from a god, Forced into poverty with a horrible family. Ralph, a male too. The Reckoning. All right, let Null say he's going to kill me.
Oh, yeah, okay.
On YouTube.
This is the how is what Nick said different from what Null said about Dick and Vito. Oh, yeah, that's right. Null's all upset that Ricada called this guy who made a film where he rapes a
Don't get us sued.
It's me. I'm saying it. Didn't he make a movie?
I don't know.
Did he make a movie where he's a predator?
Okay, just phrase it as
I'm
Nick
not. I'm
said
talking
it.
about a guy. I'm
Sure.
a mystery guy. You're the one putting words in my fucking mouth.
I'm not doing it. You're
Didn't
right.
Nick say?
Nick called that man a pedophile, I believe.
And that guy did make a movie where he's a sex predator.
I
right?
do not know.
I thought that. I thought he did.
I did not.
I was saying it was
have
a
not
good movie.
followed the Monograph story.
I didn't know. I'm talking about a different guy.
Right, it's a different guy. Sure.
I'm talking about Tontograph.
Tontograph. That's the real pedophile.
So Null's always saying that like Nick Ricada is a huge asshole for calling that guy a pedophile.
Yeah.
But then Null calls you a pedophile all the time.
Right, but he's justified, and he's going to explain why.
Okay. Let's see.
You were wished a million suicides though. So.
Oh no.
We're 238 for $5 saying, how is it that Nick said different from what Nola said about Dick and Vito on live stream?
He's definitely called you a pedophile as well, right?
No. Null?
I thought he had.
Nah, he'd
not
probably
have.
call me like
Pedophile friend.
He's not.
I don't know.
Yeah, I that would be.
That would be.
I don't
over the
know.
line.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I mean, that would be really weird. I'm way too in shape to be called a pedophile.
Yeah, it makes more sense to call me a pedophile.
Yeah. Why are you laughing at like this?
Just play the clip.
We're 238 for $5 saying, how is it that Nick said different from what Nola said about Dick and Vito on live stream?
Okay, so I can back this up. I have said before that you should not call someone a pedophile unless you have evidence for it. You should not call someone a pedophile because pedophiles deserve to be killed. If you call someone a pedophile, you should be so convinced of this that you would be willing to take a gun and shoot them and sleep soundly afterwards.
No. You shouldn't be willing to do that. That's a vigilante. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
am completely and totally convinced that Vito Gesualdi is a pedophile, and I believe that if you call someone.
It's just like he's
I'm sorry. I'm gonna play the whole thing. I'm gonna play the whole thing all the way through. I'm gonna play the whole thing all the way through. Sorry.
Someone a pedophile, you should be so convinced of this that you would be willing to take a gun and shoot them and sleep soundly afterwards. I am completely and totally convinced that Vito Gesualdi is a pedophile, and I believe that if it were up to me, if Joe Biden convicted him of pedophilia and said, "Josh, you're the only guy for the job. We need you to take the this Colt 45 and kill him. You're the only person I can think of that can carry out this sentence as found in a court of law." I would say, Mr. President, it would be my distinct honor.
Such
Why
a
is this
good bit.
fat asshole like grinning?
I don't know, man.
Potentially criminal? He looks like a fucking pedo more than you. I mean, just barely, but
It's just like no.
why is he giggling at this?
Well, I was gonna say no. If you're gonna like threaten to kill me, at least be kind of funny about it.
He would trust Biden, the guy who sniffs little girls?
If Joe Biden put me in charge of it, like, can't you come up with like an interesting way you're gonna kill me? And like a cool way of doing it. You're gonna take a gun and shoot me.
Colt
Okay.
45.
You're gonna take a gun that Biden gave you.
I
and
can't get
shoot
over
me.
why this guy's fucking giggling at this.
I don't know. I don't get. Go ahead.
And kill him. You're the only person I can think of that can carry out this sentence as found in a court
He's
of law.
loving it. Look at this fucking guy.
I don't get it, man.
What is this?
There are funny ways to threaten to kill me, I'm going to say. I've had people threaten to kill me in funny ways. Like, oh, that's pretty funny.
Okay, wait. I'm going to play it some more.
All right.
I would say, Mr. President, it would be my distinct honor and privilege to execute the functions of state and in Vito Gesualdi's life, because I do believe truly that he's a pedophile. And I believe this because he said that he is a pedophile multiple times, repeatedly, in different contexts.
Were any of the contexts telling criminal admitting to being a pedophile? Or
I don't think I've
were
ever
all the
said-
context tweeting?
I'm pretty sure I've definitely never said I'm a pedophile. No,
You just did. You just
fuck, I'm
did. That
fucked
was one of
there.
the many contexts.
People were fucking with me, and they're like, "Oh, why don't you go fuck a kid or something?" I'd be like, "Yeah, well, why don't you keep?"
So you don't need to defend it. Nobody thinks you. No, not even Null thinks you actually. I mean, the idea that this is
I don't know,
any
man.
pedophile's confessing to it on Twitter
and doing it in like a jokey, like, "Yeah, I'm gonna fuck
fucking
the shit out of
retarded.
you fucking like." I don't know, man.
Okay.
Functions of state, and in Vito Gesualdi's life, because I do believe truly that he's
just
a pedophile.
do it,
and I believe
then.
this.
I think you could wrestle a gun away from Null. I mean,
I think Null weighs 500 pounds. From the tone
I
of
think
his
you
voice,
could easily wrestle a gun away from him,
dude. The way he like at the end of this like shitty joke, I think it was this clip. He's like out of breath from his long diatribe
excited.
about his magic Biden gun fantasy. He's like, and then Biden would give me a gun, and then and it's a Colt 45, and I'm like, oh my god, is Null like super out of shape? How is he not able to like get through this sentence without like pausing and breathing heavily?
Okay.
Maybe it wasn't this clip. I can't remember, but
Because he said that he is a pedophile multiple times, repeatedly, in different contexts.
okay.
I'm gonna say yes. Vito has a long history of
What?
saying, "I'm not joking. I really will do this."
A long history, like one tweet.
Yeah, as far as
I will do this. What is this?
There's one tweet they have where I was like, they're like, oh yeah, okay, you think it's okay to make jokes? I'm like, no, it's not a joke. I'm definitely gonna rape him. Blah, 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 blah. And then they go, oh man, he said that for like 5 years. And I go, no, I said it exactly once.
Dick,
To
I
a
don't know
guy
if
who-
Uh-oh, he's talking about me now.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, shh. Is he going to kill me?
I have to say this. The Vito has been joking about this. He's been making these jokes for 10 years. No, there was a very specific period of pretty much all those tweets were from like the same week where a bunch of trolls kept going, you're friends with Mr. Girl, that means you're a pedophile. And I went, I'm not a pedophile. Mr. Girl's my friend. I don't think he's a pedophile. Okay? And this is ridiculous. And then they just kept saying it. I finally went, okay, you're right.
If
I'm
Mr.
gonna
Girl's a
rape all your
pedophile,
fucking
he would
kids.
sit a kid down and like talk about. He would never actually get to raping them because he'd want to,
Mr. Girl would
feel
just
their.
write
He
it.
would want to feel their like their tension and their fear before he fucked them, and he would just the cops would come and he'd have spent like 8 hours trying to extract.
If Mr. Girl was a pedophile, he would just have a website writing articles about how he's a pedophile and how he wants to legalize fucking kids because he has no filter. Like, we know this. He says things, and I go, why are you fucking saying that? He's like, well, because I believe.
You
Why
know what's
wouldn't
funny
I
about
say
Mr.
it?
Girl? So
He's not hiding any. That's the crazy thing. It's like, well, Mr. Girl's only saying that because he's hiding things. I'm like, you listen to the shit
He's
that
not hiding
fucker
any-
says, and you think there's like secret stuff he's not telling you? He said he watched Cuties. He's like, yeah, the blonde one. She was the hottest one. And you think that there's more.
And you're upset because you guys thought the same fucking thing. You knew that that's what they were saying.
Which is like the constant conspiracies. But again, the narrative of, well, we have to believe Vito's a pedophile because he said it for years and years and years and years and years. Guys, you have 2 or 3 tweets, and look, maybe they were. I did not understand that the
They just
internet.
love fantasizing about being heroes.
They need easy targets because they're bored and they have no actual pedophiles to go like fuck with. And
Well,
like,
there are actual pedophiles,
well, yeah,
but they're
why
afraid
don't
of them.
you just be
they're
like
afraid of them.
that I Fight for Kids guy who actually goes and finds.
And he gets pedophiles thrown in prison.
Dude, I was watching one of his videos and it was like a guy and he's like, dude, you sent me pictures of your 8-year-old kid naked.
Yeah.
He's like, you're going to jail forever. And I'm like, yeah, get that fucking guy. Jesus
No,
fucking
can easily
Christ.
do that, but all these Kiwi Farms guys, they're afraid of confrontation. Like they would be afraid to confront a legit pedophile.
Which is weird because they genuinely.
It's not weird.
No, I mean, like, but
It's scary. It's scary, and
Sure, it
it
requires
takes
actual
balls.
confrontation.
Yes, and it takes confrontation. They
Whereas
don't have
fucking
that.
with me online and going,
This is
fantasizing about Biden giving you a gun to shoot me takes no amount of courage or anything. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's wanting to feel like you're doing something. All these guys want to feel like, oh man, I'm like helping make the world a better place. Why? Because I called this
Vito.
internet comedian a pedophile. Oh, why? Is he a pedophile? Well, not really, but I don't like him.
Not at all, by the way, is
Yeah.
how you say that.
But he made some jokes from 5 years ago and then, or whatever it was. I don't know. It's all just.
Sean's loving it. Potentially criminals laughing
I guess that's the only part of it that actually bothers me is the people going, oh man, we're owning him so savagely right now. And I'm like,
They are.
you have successfully annoyed me. very well. I'm very annoyed by how stupid this is. The same way I'm annoyed by the Gamergate shit.
Nah,
and the
you're
woke
not annoyed
shit.
by that. You love it.
I'm very
you
annoyed
have
by that.
Nothing but contempt.
I guess I just don't want to be annoyed by stupidity.
Right.
And a bunch of
See,
guys.
and that way I support this because the Gamergate shit doesn't affect you at all because you feel contempt for us and like demand evidence. But this annoys you because it's like more dumber than what you're saying about Gamergate. So I kind of support it.
I don't know what you're getting at. You're saying
But
that
people are listening
This
to.
annoys me.
Yes, this annoys you because it's so stupid. And you annoy me because what you're saying is so stupid
Well,
about...
it's because it's the you're mad game. It's the he's...
And you are mad.
He's so mad that I'm saying this. But I'm not mad that he's saying this. I'm mad that they think I'm mad.
But you are
know?
mad.
So now I'm mad.
Yeah. I'm not mad about this.
Right.
But I am mad about the ESG stuff.
And I don't know if that's their goal. Is their goal to make me mad by gaslighting a bunch of other people into making them think that I'm already mad?
None of them think you're a pedophile. They just want to gas you up and laugh at you for being mad.
I don't know.
I do.
There's too many layers to all of this. All I know is
I
I'm
do,
like,
but then he's talking about me. I want to know what he's saying
no,
about me.
shoot me. I don't. Come on, come try it. Why not? Let's see what happens. Show up at my door with your gun and shoot me in the head. I don't care. I don't think you're gonna do it. Is the point? Okay. This is my Frank Hassel situation. Come to my house.
You're Boogie in this
I'm
scenario.
Boogie in this scenario.
That's not a good
I am inviting
thing to be.
only Null, no other like people. Null specifically.
You don't know what he looks like, though.
You're right. I don't know. I have an idea based on how he
Some
talks.
doe-eyed fat man
Yes.
shows up.
Why don't you just come? Same for Yellow Flash. Let's fight.
What about
Let's do
potentially
it.
criminal? What if he shows up?
He's not gonna do it. Like that's the. See, this is the thing.
He's giggling away.
A bunch of guys pretending to be tough guys on the internet to me is the gayest, stupidest fucking thing.
Yeah, but Biden told him
If
that he,
Vito was here, I'd take my Colt 45 revolver. And I'm just like, and that's.
I would execute a high kick if I
Yeah.
saw him.
So, like, I
I
don't
would
know
roll
if they
a
want me
D20.
to be like, oh my god, I can't believe Null's threatening to kill me. I'm so. It's
That's
just
based, man.
I'm
What are you talking
annoyed by
about?
how stupid it is.
That's what makes it great.
Okay,
Because you're annoyed and you deserve it.
all right.
It's the only way to annoy you.
You are successfully annoying me with your stupidity.
What's he saying about me?
I mean, sometimes your stupidity is great, though. Like when you said my comic had unlicensed reference material. That was actually, I loved that. Do more of that.
This what you're doing right now is coping.
Okay,
I know.
I'm coping and
when
seething right now.
No, where are you coping?
not seething.
Null seething.
No,
You're coping.
I can't process any of this shit, man. I don't know what's
And you're
going
asking
on
people to
anytime.
feed you facts about ESG shit, but you can't even process simple, conspiracies here.
He's trolling. Okay.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
But he's doing it out of anger
See, that's the
and not.
Null does genuinely
Laughs.
hate me for some
Yes.
reason.
He
Yeah.
hates you.
I think because I took you away from him, he believes. Even though he
don't
should
know.
direct all that anger at Trixie, who actually caused the schism.
Well, he also hates Trixie.
Right, and Mr. Girl, and,
And
everybody
Mr.
associated
Girl
with the
and everybody
show.
associated with me. All right, here we go.
And
I believe
Ricada.
this
Yeah, it's Nick Ricada.
because he said that he is a pedophile multiple times, repeatedly, in different contexts.
Okay. Not true.
I'm gonna say yes. Vito has a long history of
No, I don't.
saying, "I'm not joking. I really will do this."
Did it
And
once. So that
Do
once.
this. Say it, you pussy. Say child molester.
There's
Don't
exactly
fucking,
one tweet
Don't cast
where I made that
aspersions
joke.
on people and not say it, Sean. Come on, Sean. Say it with your whole mouth. Say it with your guts.
It's one of these things where they go, if we.
All right. You've defended yourself enough.
I'm just
okay?
saying, it's
We're
the-
trying to get through this clip. They're
Fine.
talking about me now.
Okay.
As far as Dick, I don't know if I've directly called Dick a pedophile, but I think that like it's very suspicious, like the shit that he's up to, like his interest, just his visceral, bizarre, repeated interest in like getting involved in pedophile like shit and controversy. It's like why do you do this? I don't know if I've ever
mean like
said,
what you do,
like, but he skews me
Josh.
out like real bad.
I skeeve. What are you, a little girl? What are you?
Josh, you're
Wait, what was that?
constantly
Hold on,
inserting
shut up.
yourself.
Why do you do this? I don't know if I've ever said, like, but he skews me out like real bad.
Skeeves him out real bad.
Skeeves him out.
Skeeves him out, yeah. Freaks him out.
He skeeves me out.
That's a phrase.
Not for men.
Skeevy. You know, it's
Not that a man uses.
I don't know, man.
He skeeves me out.
It's all very bizarre. This whole sector of the internet. And then you got guys like Matt Barr who go, oh, man, that Vito guy read his Kiwi Farms thread. I'm like, okay, and what did you see? He goes, well, the stuff in the thread. I'm like, right, what
Like
specifically
shit,
about it was bad?
Controversy. It's like, why do you do
And that's
this?
always like the same old tweets that are clear jokes and whatever else.
Getting involved in pedophile like shit and controversy.
What
It's like,
pedophile
why-
shit are you getting involved in?
No, I guess. I don't
yeah,
know.
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't wrap my head around Null.
It's not difficult.
Well, it seems like he's a guy who cares deeply about, like...
He's out-liberaling you.
Yeah,
That's the problem. He's lying more than you, because liberals want to have, like, the authority of lies.
Yeah.
And he's out-liberaling you.
But just because he hates me.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Just like liberals hate white people.
So he hates me and he lies about me because he thinks he can influence other people to hate me.
And he
I got
does.
it. Yeah. Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
And that makes his life better somehow.
Yeah. Because everyone hates liberals.
Okay.
And they found a way to hurt one.
I just thought if you're running a free speech website, like there's a lot of valuable stuff you could do. And if like you're looking for bad people and like trying to stop them, there's a lot of ways to do that.
So you're trying to reverse liberal him, but it's not going to work because he's out liberaling you.
I don't think I'm trying to reverse liberal him because I don't think there is any influence.
Now
in
you're doing that thing with lying to me about me to try to make yourself feel better.
I hate this psychological
Now I see it. Now I see it. Now I get it.
I don't understand the point of Kiwi Farms. I thought it was to like laugh at funny stuff. And then I go on there and they're like, I can't believe Vito's changing the biggest problem logo. And I'm like, what does that have to do with anything?
I can't believe it either. I don't know why he's wasting time changing the logo.
Well, you gotta get that guy to send us what font it is. It's got to be the right font.
Wait a minute.
Needed interest in like getting involved in pedophile like shit and controversy. It's like, why do you do this?
What pedophile?
I don't know if I've ever said like, but he skeeves me out like real bad.
I don't know if I've ever said, but he skeeves me out real bad.
He's talking in very broad generalities. I don't know what pedophile shit you've gotten involved in.
I don't know if I've
I don't
ever
know what pedophile
said.
shit I've gotten. What have I done?
You constantly talk about pedophilia.
I talk about it the same amount that everyone else on Twitter is talking about it constantly.
You made it a whole thing. Like how you're a good person because you think they should get mental health and all this retarded liberal shit. That
I'm not even talking about that anymore. I'm just like, all right, nobody wants to talk
you
about
learned your
that.
lesson.
I learned that you can't have that conversation on the internet.
Oh, you still got that little thing that you're holding on to. That's what they go for. They know they could hit you with that.
I'm a stupid liberal, and just kill. I don't know.
Not stupid.
I don't know how to talk about that. You can't. There's certain topics that you can't have a rational discussion on. I get it.
Yeah.
So why even try?
Because you're better than people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's the part that they're hitting. I get it now.
Yeah. Well, that's
okay.
actually true, though.
I know. I get it.
I'm not, better morally than people, but I am open to having genuine conversations without immediately having it devolve into what information is this man secretly hiding from me?
You're
yes,
not.
I am.
No, you're not open to any of that, any of the election stuff,
I have
ESG
said
stuff.
I'm completely open to all of that. I ask
said it, but
for
you're not.
information.
So you can condescend to people who give it to you and make them feel weak and stupid.
That's not why.
Oh, it is.
Okay.
Thank you for the $20, Moon Milk.
Yeah,
I don't know where we are, though.
We're all the way back down. Here, I'll get there. What a show. Let's see. Tempadon for 5. Forgot to super chat this during the Final Fantasy bonus episode. You can't super chat during bonus episodes. Vivi and Eco are hot. A lot of other handsomes like Red 13. Oh, wait. Did he get me? A lot of other handsomes like Red 13 and Kate Sith 2. Okay. No, he did not get me. Lloyd Lelewin for 8 Australian. Maybe Vito could sign up to Represent so his book will get on time. Yeah, the shipping is
That won't
the problem.
help. That's why
Represent
Eric's thing is stupid, because it wouldn't help Vito.
Kicks Mechanic for 10. Got my oil changed. Had biggest problem playing via Bluetooth. It autoplays as soon as I start the car, so the mechanic is a fan now. Also, Koof told me to tell you thanks for not killing yourselves.
Thank you, Kicks Mechanic.
Riley Edwards for 2. You're late, Koof. No, he got it in. Jacob Sursa for 1,000 yen. Damn it, Vito. I've been a Vito Plus on Backbuy for over a year, and it's been 6 months since my name appeared on the member list at the end of your show. Let me see. Is Jacob Surka on there?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah. Okay. Shut up. There. You're there.
Why did you justify all mine on the right?
Because I don't know, man. Yours are on the right and then mine are the left, and then you meet in the middle.
I've never seen that.
Okay, well, I can do it the other way.
I'm just asking why you did
I'll
it.
justify it. I don't know, man. I
don't care. It's
together. Because I used to do it a different way, and then I changed the way I did it because there's so many fucking names on your side now that I have to shrink it all down.
Yes,
because nobody likes this fucking show. Everybody on the show fucking hates me. They're all happy to send in voicemails about how much I suck, but God forbid anybody sign up to be a Vito file and show a little fucking support. Pigeon for 5 says Vito's booty.
Thank you.
Disciple of Dagon for 10 Australian. We need to get Vito.
Don't read any of Disciple of Dagon's ever. Never read Disciple of Dagon.
Well, Disciple of
Dagon's... He called into
Dagon's-
my show and apologized and talked about his diaper fetish.
Wait, actually?
Yes. He called into
Okay.
my show after our show last time. Said he was going through a rough time.
Right.
Because he was addicted to
Oh, you're fucking around.
cock.
I got it.
He did call in. I mean, he did do all the stuff I said, too.
Sure. But I like him because he helped me. So I'm going to read his super chats.
He's a cocksucker.
Disciple of Dagon for 10 says we need to get Vito a Tifa outfit.
No.
Thanks, Disciple. You're
Don't.
great. Please continue to be a part of the show. Seth S for 5. Have a great weekend, everyone. Biggest problem is night sweats after chain smoking. Disciple of Dagon for another 5 Australian, one of my favorite super chatters, says Richard's putting on the pounds. Get this greasy mustachio on the scale
See what I'm
now.
saying about the fetishes that he has?
I like this guy. You know what? He can do
Fat
whatever
guy
feels
fetish
right.
that he's got.
Buster Rhymes for 100 Mexican. What is that, pesos? Frequent live shows is a great idea. Have fans weigh themselves, and anyone who lost more weight than Vito between shows gets to yank a toy from his fat fingers.
Yeah, okay.
Kicks Mechanic for 5. Vito's booty is the highlight. Everyone understands Vito's booty is literally how this show keeps going. His booty escape velocity needs to be measured. Johnny Rocket for 10. No. Made money off hymns. Thanks, Vito. Should have got in. Can't believe H. Bomber Guy killed that guy. Null reacted to Null for some reason. Beck should have cancer so Super Killer has a secondary objective. Helephant is coming along. She does not have
Ooh,
cancer.
Helephant versus Super Killer. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, which one's going to get cancer first? G-Dash for 10.
Which one's going to be better?
EVS. Probably Helephant. I don't fucking know. I have high hope. I believe in. Look, Super Killer's for me. Okay. What? I'm making what I like.
You should make something good though, like for other people, not just for you.
I think other people will like things I like. I think I have excellent taste. I think I'm a taste maker.
That's clear.
Mm-hmm.
That's the magazine thing. Yeah, I'm the creative force behind.
I think I would
the magazine.
I think I would be good at coordinating these people. G-Dash for 10 says EVS looks like he's a hostage. Someone save him. I'm looking forward to watching that replay. Staturgery for 10. This week's bonus episode has me fearing the great Seth Oroth, whatever the hell that is. Hopefully heroes like Claude. Airriff, and Youth E can save us from his mispronounced name horrors. Trucks me. Okay, so it's Sep Oroth. Seth Oroth.
Like a seraph. Yeah, Seth.
Well, what did I say? Seth?
Seth Oroth.
So I'm not putting enough emphasis on the P?
You're not saying PH. You're saying Sethiroth.
Sethiroth.
Sephiroth.
Sethiroth.
No, Seth. Like an F.
Sephiroth. Sephiroth.
Yeah.
Sephiroth.
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 Yeah.
Sounds wrong. Pig Feeler for 50. To get a 4-hour stream dedicated to your comic, you need a comic first. Now walk the plank. Yeah, okay.
There we go! 50, Pig Feeler!
You don't have to put the hat on already.
There we go.
LJ Clobberino for 5. Favorite choice of brain rot? I don't know. JJ for 5.
Who's going to be walking the ESG scores tonight, Vito?
You know who would ever team up with Eric July, the guy committing disability fraud? Get
Davy
a job
Jones Lucker.
before they arrest you, Crimsol. Antagonist for 2 says, Vito will super killer, be as late as your cat pics. Why do you want pictures of my cat so bad? I put them in your stupid fucking server. Monster Slayer for 5. Australian, I paid Kickstarter for a comic by history tuber Lindy Beige in 2016 with an expected delivery date in 2017, and I'm still waiting. Wow, so give Vito a break. I will say, look, lateness is bad, but there is a certain amount of lateness that I understand is genuinely absurd. And
You're going to be late to your own funeral at this rate, Vito.
Nah, we're doing good. Everything's going good. Disciple of Dagon for 2 says, is Koof alive? Yes. Aklovich for 5. In lieu of Koof, thank you, gentlemen, for not going to Greenland yourselves, but only Dick. That option is always open, Vito. Just kidding.
You're welcome.
Matt Parzinski for 10 says, Peen Wienerstein's teeny wiener stream. That's pretty good.
Very good.
Hey,
Matt.
speaking of late, how's that funny pants skating fucking thing?
One of these days, you're going to find something that affects my emotions, but that day is not
I think
today,
it affects the fans.
Vito.
The fans, they're waiting on that from you. You owe that to them. You got to start planning that.
I will. I'm planning it now.
No, you're not.
Unless the Patreon drops below
No,
20,000. I'm
See,
going to
you
stop
owe
planning it
people
again.
a thing as well.
Yeah, it's the same.
Well, they've been giving you money for like, what, 6 years
They get
now?
bonus episodes for that. What do you get if you subscribe to fucking ISOM or
You
your
get
super
trading cards
ISOM?
and
What are you
shit.
calling it?
Super ice.
Trading cards and stuffed animals.
They're stuffed plushies. Lloyd LeLewin for 8 Australian. AX fans are so stupid they consider the feature of Yaira and ISOM number 2 as random blonde lady working at Projexis as an Easter egg. Yeah, what a big
They're
reveal
fucking
that
stupid.
was.
Everyone who reads and likes ISOM is a fucking moron.
Can you guys save the $50 to like the end of the super chats? Because now I got to hang out with a pirate for the next
That's
30
the best
minutes.
part of your week is hanging out to the pirate. Yaira looks
This
fatter than
sucks.
shit
This
in the
sucks.
latest fucking...
Don't give the $50 at the front, because then it's just all pirate shit.
Well...
Stop. Can you just be like regular?
What does Null think about the pirates? Am I
Can
plundering...
you just be regular dick until the bit? Do you
No,
have-
I'm afraid not. It's the best part
I
of the
hate
bit.
this.
For
This
50
is so
bucks.
stupid.
Wait, I've got a present too.
Okay. Is it a pirate present?
That's for my show.
Oh, okay. Again, if everyone can wait.
You could keep fucking reading
everyone-
while I'm looking.
Sorry, I got distracted by presents.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay, it's a wig for Vito.
Okay.
Look at this great wig you got. Totally
Totally innocuous.
And a pens for the studio. Good
Oh,
pens.
good
Not the
pens.
shitty jail pens you got.
I'm very excited.
Who sent this?
Collecticon.
Mr. H. Mitchell sent this from the United
How
Kingdom.
is this a wig?
You could have just... What do you mean, how is it a wig?
Where does it go on?
Blue and red pens and some black pens. Thanks, H. Mitchell.
Wait, where's the hair go?
Goes on top of your head.
Yeah, but I'm okay like that. I'm gonna assume that's correct. Okay. This is here we go. Rasta Vito. Does that look
Hey,
correct?
man.
Does that look right?
It looks fantastic.
That doesn't look correct at all.
No, it looks great. Really good and
I
great.
think I have it on wrong.
Oh, yeah.
All right. There's like no hair on top. All right.
Now pretend to be Gabe Hoffman. Tell me about how we're the
No,
same
I'm
guy,
not doing
basically.
that. I don't think this is correct, but I'll go with it.
No, look, you're supposed to. You might
Do
have it on
what?
backwards. Look, they're bangs.
I know
See?
they're bangs.
Why
but
are you
there's-
looking up at the thing? Look at this. See it?
There's nothing under here. There's.
Here, give it to me. I'll show you.
Hold on.
It's supposed to be bangs.
So I'm supposed to what? Rotate it?
Let me see it. Give it over here. Wow, this is a pretty cheap wig.
Yeah, it's terrible.
There, it's like that.
That's how I had it.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be in front of your face. See?
But then there's nothing on top.
There, like that.
Okay. So like this. I'm pretty sure this is the exact same way I just had it.
Okay, well then you nailed it. It looks great.
It looks like
There,
that.
it does look good.
No. Did you see Adam 22's getting hair?
Because you're parting it. You got to make it go straight forward.
Okay, so it's gonna be like hanging down. I think this wig just sucks.
No, it's a good wig. Rasta short.
It looks good
adult
enough to me from there. See Adam 22's getting hair?
What?
He went to Turkey or whatever.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he posted a fucking tweet. He's
On
in
his
Turkey.
head?
Yeah, he's getting the fucking.
Oh, good for him.
I'm gonna get it now if Adam 22 can do it.
Okay.
I'm
much
gonna
is
need
it?
way more fucking plugs than he does, though.
Can't you get some little boys' hair or
I
something?
don't think that's how it works. No,
You got to get your own hair.
you gotta get your own. They take it from the back of your head.
You don't have enough.
No, I
Take
have
it
enough.
from your face.
I have enough.
You have beard
they
hair
do,
growing
they
out
do
of
good.
your head.
I'm taking the finasteride or whatever again. We'll see.
That shit doesn't work.
It does work a little bit, not great, but you got to take it for like a year, and then you see how much hair comes back, and then hopefully you can save a little bit of money.
What's the point, though? Why do you need hair?
Because hair's funny.
You just want to wake up and go like, oh, yeah, looking pretty good today.
You're kind of limited in like, I don't know, bald guys, it's just not as funny.
You think it'll be funny?
It's funny in a different way. I think I could do more with it.
Oh.
I liked having hair. I think it was a good look when I had hair.
Good luck to ya.
Maxwell 20 for 12 says, Vito, it's your boy Prime. After the bonus episode, I really want to have a detailed Vito breakdown of the story of the recent Final Fantasy games and their story issues. Man, I could go on at length. But Final Fantasy 15 is fucking terrible. Jason Reed for 15. Speaking of video games, have either of you played Baldur's Gate? And if so, who did you bang? I did not play Baldur's Gate.
I didn't play it
either.
What is to bang, though? What is there to bang in the game?
I look at you and the stupid pirate
Fucking a
costume,
bear? Is there
and
a
I
bear
just- I
that you can
hate
bang in the
everything
game?
about this. Coup for 2. First, a video bonus episode. How about an anime one? Dick doesn't watch any anime.
I am not a pedophile. How dare you, Goof?
A bird is, though. Black Angus review for 2 says, listen to Dick's good faith criticism, Vito. He's got to read the updated script.
I
and
gotta
then-
go to the bathroom.
All right, go to
no,
the
I know
bathroom.
that you didn't change anything.
I did change the thing. I just made it stronger. There's
Not
a-
enough. All right, I'll
Okay.
be right back. I'm taking this with me.
Fair enough. Cyphered in Suckdis for 2 says bonus episode shitting on Evangelion fans. I would do an Evangelion episode, but then Dick has to watch Evangelion. Britsman for 5. Vito, please read all super chats, even the ones for 2, and then he tries to get me with a B-fair. Straturgery for 5. Hey, Veets, I upgraded to Patreon, a member. Yeah, I fixed it. Cypher since hopefully it's up there. Let's see. Straturgery, are you on there? Here's the thing. If your thing lapses when I go to make this, you're just not on there. Okay, but there you go. Remember to update your thing, because sometimes you guys don't re-sign up, and they're like, why's my name not on there? Well, because you weren't a fucking member when I went to make the list. Cypher didn't suck this. I'm going to up my Patreon. I'm going to complain that you spend any time on the Vietnam Memorial at the end of the show. Anyone would be upset, even though it's 2 people. Fuck them. Yeah, exactly. Fuck you guys. Doof Warrior for 10. Just giving a little tithe for the crusade against fat fishing. Cool shirt, Vito. Hoping you win the booty this week. If you guys would like the Empire Strikes Back Scholastic Babysitters Club logo tee, which I actually designed myself, you can get it at Killdozer.industries, along with all the other biggest problem merchandise that we have available. LJ Clobberino for 5, Professor Big Brain, Vito Bit, where he brings in brain teasers and tricky math for Dick to solve. I'm sure Dick would love that. Random Guy for 5, will Vito be selling this magazine door to door like the 50s businessman he is? Yes. James Gardner for a big $20 says Gabe should be a guest. That would be cool. He's a problem, a big problem. It's funny. Okay, so there's definitely a mother's milk in there.
What do you mean?
Well, I can hear it rattling around.
Okay. So don't get on the scale.
Okay, but there might be something else in there as well.
No.
What do you mean, no?
I mean, you're right.
I know I'm right. Because I can hear like the little the box and the plastic.
So don't get on the scale.
Am I ruining the bit? I still don't get the bit. Nick H for 10. First time, long time, I was watching Old Dick Show, and I can confidently say O.J. Simpson, the Juice vs. Kanye bit was worth the account.
I agree. Thank you.
Utah-based Armenian for 2. Can't wait to read Sargon's I Would Not Rape list. That'd be good content. Cool for 5 says, I buy magazines.
Nobody would read that shitty magazine. Sargon couldn't write an interesting article if his life depended on it.
You don't know that. Cool for 5 says, I buy magazines for the pictures, not to hear opinions. Opinions are like buttholes. Everyone has them. Sorry to rain on your parade, Vito. Well, what if we put a bunch of like lesbians in there? Would you
It's
read
not
that?
a parade. It's a cash grab. Vito's trying to make money off of all these e-celebrities.
Hey, man, you're giving away the plot.
Everyone knows it.
No, it's not a cash grab. It would be fun. It would give me an excuse to write. What do you call it? What if we did a picture spread of mint salad? That would be cool. A little thing to put in the magazine, huh?
Again,
some naked pictures
no
of mint
work
salad.
from you. Other people doing
there's
work.
work involved in coordinating a magazine and like getting layouts and
Parallel economy
editing
shit.
and shit. It's not parallel
It's a
economy.
cash grab
You're right.
and
It's the
capitalizing
same thing
on
as
other people's
ISM.
work.
So every magazine is capitalizing on other people's work.
Yes, basically.
You can't hire anyone else to do anything.
Well, the magazine already exists, and then they hire people to work for it. Your magazine doesn't exist. You're trying to just use
Right,
their social
we haven't
capital to
done
make
it
money
yet.
for yourself. It's the most transparent crash grab
It's not
that
about
I've ever
look,
seen.
Obviously, we need
Yar.
money to fund it, and it would be great if everybody made a little bit of money off it. But
like $2 or $3.
I have said that I really liked the magazines and alt journalism culture, and I think it has value, and it's not just a cash grab. Disciple of Dagon is here for 10. I love this guy. When I was playing rugby when I was 16, a New Zealand team came and did the haka in front of us close up. I was trying so hard not to laugh. It wasn't big men. It was Maori kids with $20 haircuts.
The haka is so fucking stupid.
It's a part of their culture. What are you going to do? Bomba Gumper for 5.
Shit.
Please break
gotta
all your
start
pirate
over.
shit. You don't have to start over. What does that mean?
I gotta start all over.
Did you break the eye patch? What's happening?
No.
Bomba Gumper for 5. Vito, if you want me to buy a membership, you need TBF to apologize for the Holocaust and Israel. Pig Feeler for 5.
Not worth it.
What silly Billy isn't voting up child support? The audience absolutely loves women. Coup for 2. R.I.P. Toriyama. At least he didn't kill himself. Correct. Antagonist for 5. Hey, Dick, play my song instead of that other dork. Y'all keep forgetting. I blame Vito's gravitational pull, not your Alzheimer, Dick. Don't worry. If that's a voted up stinger,
No.
make sure he has it. Do you have Antagonist's song?
Yes, but I don't appreciate the disrespectful super chat, so I'm not gonna play
He made a
it.
song for the show. I would like him to get some recognition. Johnny Rocker for 5. Brain clot killed lolly artist Akira Toriyama. He was vaxxed.
Oh, he had the vaccine. You killed him. You killed him with your
I don't know if he
vaccine
was
advocacy.
vaxxed. You don't know he was
He had a
vaxxed.
brain clot in his brain. He had a
come
fucking blood
on.
clot in his brain.
I am not doing this to Akira Toriyama. We are not spreading a vaccine killed the man bullshit. All right? Stop that.
Game journalists are honest.
El-
There is no conspiracy, and the vaccine didn't kill anybody. It's the first vaccine in history.
Oh, my God.
Because Trump made it who I hate and is a racist.
Episode-
That's why it was
This
so
episode
good.
is the most exhausting thing
I can't
I've ever
defend
gone through.
a single one of my positions.
First, I have to get a lecture on how I'm part of the video
I'm
game
the victim.
journalists. Then Null has to lecture about why I'm a pedophile and he's going to kill me. And now a
Just because I go
pirate-
on Twitter and say I'm a pedophile and I'm going to rape kids.
And
and then for some reason, people throw this in my face.
You can throw it in my face. I accept that. Okay? I just don't need a pirate fucking whatever this is.
Everything's about what I need.
Okay. T-Rex for 5. I'm interested in your new website, blacked.by. Disciple of
We own
Dagon
that too, actually.
for 2. Says Yamcha is better than Vegeta. I do like Yamcha. Aklovich for 2. If Fujimoto dies before finishing child sex mutilation, I'll lose it. What is CSM? I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Coup for 2. Manga artists should draw lying down like Vito. Not a bad idea.
And Michelangelo.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, that's true. Big Papa for 5. Hello, Vito, you box spring hog.
What does that
I don't know
mean?
what that
Why
means.
is it 520?
James Gartner for 5 says you should call the magazine Nambla.
Nambla, yes.
Good one.
North American man boys who love themselves.
It would be cool if one of the super chats was like, "Hey Vito, I hope you're doing good. Hope you're having a great week." Yolim Ovlaslav for 10 says, "Dick, I can't believe you of all people are unsympathetic to these poor, slavishly devoted manga artists. Finger pain. Shame upon you, sir. Shame. Yeah, who's suffering from more finger pain than these poor manga
Not that
artists?
guy because he's dead. And I'm glad he's dead.
No,
The Dragon Ball guy. Dragon Ball
no.
sucks.
All right, the pirate's saying that.
Dragon Ball sucks.
We're not saying.
Actually, I love
only
Dragon
a
Ball. The
horrible
guy,
pirate would say that.
Jake Masterson thinks Dragon Ball sucks. It's fucking stupid.
You have not watched Dragon
I tried
Ball.
to, but it was too dumb. I watched one episode. A guy runs across a bridge. The whole episode.
A guy runs across a bridge?
The whole fucking episode. A guy
do
run
what?
across
Why?
a bridge. I don't know.
Oh,
to this day.
You're talking about the dragon.
I
trail.
don't know. It's running
He was
across
running
a bridge.
towards King Kai's house, right?
Perhaps.
It's not really. It's not really a bridge.
Well, whatever he's doing, he ran for 30 minutes, and I said, this is fucking horrible, and everything,
right.
all the people in this look like shit.
Well, there's more to it than that. Let's see. Monster Slayer for 5. Australian. If Ichiro Oda passes of Overwork, The issue would, before finally finishing One Piece, it would be the greatest comic timing in history. You want him to die right before the final issue.
Yes. Die. Die before you finish your stuff and all these fucking nerds have to choke on it.
Justin Coley.
Yo-ho!
We're never going to get through these.
Kill the manga artist.
For £5.
The manga artist dead.
Vito's booty is the new Armenian IDS victim Titanic bit. Great. Jarby Jimson for 10. I agree with the sentiment of overworking, but Akira Toriyama was notorious for procrastinated. He admitted to working only 2 out of 7 days a week. Dick, please tell me a cool update about
Yeah,
Backspy.
exactly. They're all fucking lying. We're going to get some actual credit card recurring payments, so you don't have to load up in advance. And we're doing a whole new UI.
Okay.
It's probably in like 2 months.
So it makes sense to wait on a big push until credit cards are set up, I guess.
Yeah, and once you announce it, it's like there's little bugs and stuff, so no one should be a lot
test it
faster.
out. Yeah. Okay. I know Trixie is very big on Backbuy, she was saying.
No one's going to be better.
Yeah. All right, Coup for 2. Your voting made my burger yesterday. It cost $20. Sorry,
Thanks
Coup.
a lot, Vito.
Yolanda Finkelstein for 5. Vito, Dick is right, and you are wrong about inflation. Probably other stuff too, but definitely that.
Oh, it's the war in Russia. That's why hamburgers are $20 a piece. Because there is a war on the other side of the world. Also, October 7th.
Inflation is not only happening in America. It's happening globally. Anyway.
It's not happening. It's not happening in Russia or Mexico. They're paying almost nothing for their shit.
right.
It's happening in fucking America. Because they printed a shitload of money because of a bunch of retards were afraid of the flu. And they voted themselves money that they didn't think they'd have to pay for.
I wonder if we could like do a show where it's like, hey, Vito. Right dude here for 2 says shout out. Coup for 2 says congrats Anita and Sargon on your Gamergate wedding. Did you see Anita Sarkeesian had a wedding themed birthday party?
I loved it actually.
The saddest
Looked
thing.
like it looked
Looked
it's
fun. Hey,
you think you're less sad
than actually getting married? Bomba Gumper for 2. Vito, stop being a liberal. Get on the scale. Okay. Cat for 10. Vito saying, well, you're not doing a very good job with the money thing about Backbuy. Made me laugh for the first time in 3 years. I still hate Vito, though. Thank you for not killing
I
yourself.
hope you choke on your laughter, Cat.
I just think it's a good platform. You got to promote it. But if you're working on stuff, I get it. Vegetable Spy for 5. My girlfriend thinks her superpower is finding other women on the ADHD spectrum. Fucking help me. Coup for 2. Why do we need story consultants at all?
Because you hired a bunch of DEI people who can't fucking write stories.
Sure.
So they're crying and saying it's totally normal that I can't do my job. We got to hire my friends who can't do their job. And then I'll go defend them.
JJ for 5 says, suppose Sweet Baby is completely on the up and up. Do you think companies would train writers to write to need less consulting to save money?
Yeah, shocker that they don't.
I don't get the. I was trying to make sense of that.
Try it again.
Do you
Give it your old college
Well,
try.
I thought I understood
Put some
what he was
elbow
saying, but then
grease
you
into it.
jumped in with pirate shit, and then I couldn't make sense of it.
It's too confusing.
Do I think companies would train writers to write to need less consulting? Well, they do different things depending on the project.
Oh. So what do they do when they don't need consultants?
They don't only do diversity stuff either. They're not only a diversity consulting firm. They're a
Sweet
story.
Baby?
Yeah, no, they also just do regular story stuff.
And they make it worse.
Or it didn't exist, so they're pulling it out of whole cloth. It doesn't necessarily make it worse.
They make up a story out of nothing?
No, but it's like, okay, you know the parts in the game where like you find like a diary entry or something?
Oh, the crappy parts.
Yeah, they write like the supplementary stupid shit that you find.
You could get that for very cheap on Fiverr.
Or you could hire this professional team of writers
of
to
black
do it for
ladies
you.
to do it.
I'm sure they also, it's not just black ladies.
Oh.
All right.
Also Haitian ladies.
Great. David Gomez for 5. The overworked manga artist is Richard's problem with finger pain. Yeah, see, it's a finger pain problem. There. Johnny Rocket for 5. Vito, he didn't say I'm a grapist, so he doesn't grape. Jay Swindle for 5. We live in a gay...
That's true. He's talking about you. The consultants aren't saying they're taking over and just making a black lesbian, so they're not doing it. You're so uncomfortable because you know you're wrong, but you have to fight.
So you're saying everyone accused of rape is guilty of rape?
No, a lot of them are.
Oh, a lot of them are. So,
Yeah.
But you would like to see evidence of it first.
Me? No, I don't care.
You don't care if a rapist is allowed to defend themselves. Like, you need actual evidence to prove they're a rapist.
What?
The point is that you ask for evidence of a thing. You don't just believe a claim, okay? If we're talking
No,
about
I don't
a
care.
court system, there is due process that requires evidence to convict.
You're not talking about
And I'm
court,
asking
retard. You're talking
for
about a
evidence.
company.
Okay, but rape it. If we're talking about accusing
Rape is a
someone of
crime.
rape,
Civil trials are based on the preponderance of the evidence, which is 50-50.
you're just needlessly
See, now you're
complicating
deflecting
this.
because you got a real answer because you don't know how
needlessly
fucking court
complicating
works.
the situation.
No, you brought in this retarded analogy because you don't have a
didn't
fucking
bring in the
argument.
analogy.
You
Johnny
don't have an
Rocket
argument, so you're
brought
making
up
an
rape.
analogy.
This is Johnny Rocket's analogy, and I'm
not a
going,
rapist, therefore I didn't
You
rape.
said this is a great analogy. This
It is
makes
a great
perfect sense,
analogy.
and I'm pointing out why. If this is a great analogy, then you're agreeing with me that you need evidence to call someone a rapist.
No. You need you need evidence to convict them of rape. The state does.
Okay.
An average woman just needs to hear that guy's a rapist and say, "So long, sucker. I
And
don't
you're
have
saying
anything to do with
we
you."
should act the same as an average woman and immediately believe that the man is a rapist because
Yeah.
someone said it.
Yes.
We should do
If someone gets called a rapist, don't fucking hang around with that guy. Newsflash.
Okay.
Don't be fucking retarded. Hey, don't go to India. Why? Because people are getting raped there.
As the man.
Oh, well, what do you mean? Vito
Okay.
said it was totally fine
All right.
that I go there.
All right, Dick Rape
Vito
List
wanted-
Masterson.
Vito really
Hey,
loves
guys,
his liberal
Dick
friends.
has a rape list. What are you going to do about that? He's been accused of it. He must have it. How's the rape list?
I don't know, pedophile. How's yours?
You're the last person who should say believe all rape claims. Fucking idiot.
I didn't say believe all rape claims.
No, but you said if someone gets called a rapist, then yeah, okay, just go along
women
with it.
should not be around them.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. How's that fucking confusing?
No, it's fine.
What would you advise?
I'd advise that, like, you know, if you heard someone's a rapist, you should be like, well, I definitely don't want that guy in my improv comedy troupe. Like, you know, that's pretty smart. You wouldn't know anything about that being
Super
a pirate,
Killer
of
has
course.
no story.
You wouldn't know that being
Super
a
Killer
pirate.
has no story.
All right.
Just to get in front of it when it comes out and it's a big fucking debacle.
How does it not have a story? What are you talking? It has
What's
a
there?
story. So stupid. K-Swindle for 5. Everybody loves this show. We live in a gay, stupid culture. I don't see why we need a conspiracy theory to explain why companies are hiring gay, stupid consultants. Thank you. That's what I'm saying, okay? Yeah, all right, good. LJ Clabrino for 5. Hey, Dick, can we get some aggressive love pumps against the haters? Ugh, 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 ugh.
No.
Okay, Koo for 2. I can't wait for Vito to get on the scale. Johnny Rocket for 5. PS4.
He's not going to because he gained weight this week.
You don't know that.
Yes, we do. That's the only reason why you wouldn't get on the scale and get free toys.
Johnny
'cause you gained weight.
Johnny Rocket for $5 says PS4 Spider-Man 1 was cool. PS5 Spider-Man 2 is gay because of Sweet Baby. Okay,
Obviously.
just prove that that's why. And it
Sure, I'll just go get all their internal emails and rely
Well,
on.
I'm just not going to believe an assumption. I want actual evidence. Warren for 5. Vito will open.
That's why people should have contempt for you because you can't tell this is going on.
I want evidence. That's it. Just
Yeah.
get it.
That's what people should think when they're looking at you, that you don't get it.
Okay.
No one respects that you pretend to want evidence because you don't know what's happening right in front of you.
It's just so hard to take you seriously.
I
in
just
this
don't
pirate
even.
shit.
You don't have to take shit seriously. I'm just explaining to you where it's
Got
coming
it.
from.
All right, Warren for 5. Vito will openly criticize liberals, say he hates them, yet Dick still says he only toes the party line. Thank you, Warren.
That's true.
Someone understands.
It's fake criticism.
Hugh Jazz for 5 says, hey, it's that guy from last week, is currently in Japan. Serious question. What's the address to send the Nico lolly stuff I got for Vito? You can find
Dick.show/who.
Dick.show/who. You'll find the P.O. box. The Deep Striker for 5. Dick has really been hammering Vito lately. That confirmation bias fist must have really
beer.
gotten to him. It's 3 numbers going in order. Dean Shock for 5. Thanks for the laughs. Hey, Vito, I'm glad someone's laughing at this fucking show. Hey, Vito, I modified my first GameCube
you're so
controller
hurt because you
with
got
custom buttons and shells.
your precious journalist friends
Came
got
out
exposed.
swell. Now my Luigi can lose in style. Yep, all my journalist friends. Aklovich for 2. I am gay. I'm the gayest. I suck cocks. I don't know why I read that. Rex Sexer for 5. Rich journalists make $45,000 a year tops. They aren't part of some globalist cabal to make liberals money. They just want to write a story and go home.
That's the guy you won't work with.
Okay.
Because you don't like him.
No, Rex actually sent me a message. I think Rex said, hey, this magazine, now that's a good idea. So Maybe Rex will be a part of the magic. Gab for 5 Australian, enjoying the program. Did I just hear Vito defending Sweet Baby Inc. / game journalist? Don't game journalists get paid about $3 to $5 an hour? So bitter losers. Well, what is it? Are they getting paid $3 to $5 an hour? Or are they part of a globalist conspiracy funded by the Soros Corporation? Coup for 2.
You think it's about money, what you do.
You're right.
None of you are getting any money. It's just about hurting
then
people.
Then why do they even have a consulting firm?
Everything you guys do is about hurting people who you think are better off than you.
Then they don't need a consulting firm.
The entire
They can
liberal
just do
mindset
that.
is about hurting people that you resent. That's it.
It's about hurting people
that you resent.
Okay.
People who work.
And only
males
liberals
who work.
do that. Only liberals.
That's your defining
hurt
characteristic.
Okay.
You hate and resent
No
white
one
men
else.
who work so much that you want to do anything to take them down.
Okay. So I'm
I'm surprised you and Null aren't in the same side, actually.
I hate white people who work.
Men.
White men who work.
Yes.
So I love white women working.
No. Yeah, you're fine with them. You want
I'm fine
probably
with them.
want to take them
Okay,
for
I'm
yourself.
fine.
Yes.
Well, I see a white guy and he's working. Where's he working? Like in a like a guy at a Starbucks?
Obviously
or like a real
not on a
job?
computer, a real job.
Okay, a real job. So like that guy,
Truck driver,
that guy on the
mechanic.
oil rig. You know, and it's like, oh my god, I can't believe he's doing that
Sure,
oil
yeah.
rig stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
So I see that guy,
Fills you with contempt and hatred.
and I go, I'm gonna make his video games gay
Yes.
to fuck with him.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I go,
And then there's
I'm gonna make
And
a
then you
second Black Panther,
brag about
and
it.
it's gonna be even more black than the last one.
yes, then you say white people watch it and cry. You constantly post about it.
Couldn't that guy just avoid this? Sure. I'm just making all this stuff gay because I hate him so much.
I know it's right because of the way you're laughing.
I just. I mean, it's funny. It's fun.
It's hilarious.
I appreciate
know.
the humor in me looking at a guy doing manly work, and I go, I can't.
Any labor,
I can't,
not manly.
I can't hurt him. I can't physically assault him.
Right.
But I could take his Star Wars movie.
I can gaslight him.
And I could put a bunch of lesbians in
Correct.
it. And that would hurt him.
Right.
Wouldn't the argument be that maybe that guy shouldn't care that much about Star Wars shit?
He doesn't care that much. It's
Okay,
just one
then
little
it's
thing that's
fine.
ruined.
Okay, everything gets ruined.
Just one little thing.
And I'm doing it.
Not you personally, but you and your friends.
Yeah, me and my friends. I'm a fan
And then
of
you're
it.
gaslighting him into thinking that it's a conspiracy when he knows, obviously,
Right.
there's not this big of a market for black movies. Why is this happening?
I think, look, even if that is happening.
How come all these writers and producers are on Twitter all day laughing and saying how much white men are horrible? Why is that?
Because they're all nuts. I just don't know why I'm part of it, I guess.
Because you're defending them.
All right.
Every person in the chain is responsible for defending the team.
Well, I think I should get to the part of the scheme where I get some kickbacks.
None of you get any money.
I'm giving this.
You only do it out of spite.
The BlackRock people get the money. Cypherson sucked this for 20. Says 20 to not playing the Null clip. It's disheartening. Well, yeah, just hearing what Null is sad on a number of levels. Butts Grenoir for 5. I can't believe Vito survived that badgering. I saw the headphones come off, and I anticipated a George McFly moment. A little fisticuffs. Let's see.
George
McFly
when he hits
when
Biff?
He punches Biff.
That's a long table.
Get your
for
hands
that.
off my lady. See Villa for 5. Vito's booty is a bad bit. You need to stop. The man doesn't want to get on the scale. You have TBF to his wishes. Okay, I think it was a TBF joke. Fatix the Great for 20. Hey, Vito, I support you for $160 on Kickstarter. I'm not paying $10 for you to ship this garbage to me. Just let it sit in a corner of your trash museum. Maybe you can send me a picture once a month. Yeah, let's do that.
That's smart.
Yeah, that's good.
Why would you pay an extra $10 shipping when you already paid so much? Get a refund.
Get a refund. Everyone get a refund. David Gomez for 5. Are we going to gloss over the fact that the sweet baby lady said to terrify your marketing department?
Well, Vito glossed over it. I didn't.
I didn't gloss over it. I tried to talk about it, and every time I tried to talk about it, you jumped in and said, it's your team, you did this.
It's your team.
Got
You'll
it.
defend literally anything they do.
LJ Claverino for 5. You are the president. First order of affirmative action is get rid of it. Blanco Boy for 5. Last week, Dick gave Vito a masterclass in value versus marketing. marketing, and Vito was too focused on becoming Gavin 2.0 to realize it. I'm probably not going to make the magazine. It's just a cool idea I had. Cypherson sucked this for 5. I hope someone else takes the ball and runs with it. I'm abstruse straight. The worst Hummer I got was from a man. I'm straight. Okay.
Interesting.
I would like more anecdotal data. Coup for 2. Men are better than women, therefore a man could suck cock better.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
That's a good thing.
point, Coof.
Joe Cool for 2. Vito is friends with Sweet Baby Ray's.
Talking about barbecue.
He's talking about the barbecue sauce. That's a good joke. Monster Slayer for 5 Australian. I don't understand how Parasite won Best Picture in 2020 when it was competing against Cuties. And that's an opinion shared by me, Vito Jizz
True.
Waldo.
How could it
possibly won?
Against Cuties.
Jared 77-1 for 5 says, Dick, give Vito a break. The leg bouncing is an ADHD thing from years of nutrient-devoid fast food, and he can't help it. Aklovich for 2. Opinions on Shane Gillis hosting SNL. I didn't watch it.
I just saw the Trump shoes sketch, and it was kind of funny.
I saw one where he had like a radio inside him or something, like a sports thing.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Okay,
one.
I should probably watch it. Warren for 2. This episode was Dick at his most insufferable.
Kill yourself, Warren.
Cyphervin sucked this for 5 says the last guy is low energy. Warren is cringe. The money says so.
You don't have any money, Warren, you little bitch.
Coup for 2. Printers are the biggest problem in the universe. I don't know how that hasn't come up. We still got to talk about the fake printer thing. We got to bring that in. Jared for 5. I live near Walla Walla, Washington, and lulled when Vito talked trash about it. It's a great little town full of snooty liberals, perfect for Vito. Coup for 2 says the nibbler can't keep getting away with it.
Nobody notices anything in this town. It's a liberal town.
It's a liberal town. Everything gets away. The niggler could do a lot of damage in a town like that.
Oh, my goodness.
No, we're good. We're getting right through it. James Kuhn for 5. I can't say that. Sweet Baby CEO has a video saying, talk to your money person. We watched that fucking video.
There's nothing you can say that will make Vito think that they're not evil and trying to extort companies. Nothing. He's a team guy. All team guys are the same. They don't care about anything.
Okay,
but taking stuff
I'm gonna
from
break
you.
that video down real quick. She's saying, if you're someone who works in this organization who cares about getting this consulting personally, then the best way, if you're getting pushback, is to talk to your marketing department and convince them that this will avoid controversy, and that's a good way to convince them to hire our services.
And then suddenly, all my friends wrote an article where they tried to dox a whole
didn't
Discord
say
sort
that.
of. And then
That wasn't part
someone
of
who
it.
worked at my fucking company tried to end a guy's Steam account.
Yeah.
An employee of this company tried to terminate a guy's Steam account, not the group, his whole account. So all of his games would be lost. That's just a coincidence. They should fire him. How could they possibly have seen that?
They should fire him.
Nothing you can say will get through to these people. Nothing. You're wasting time.
What is not getting through to me?
Obvious.
Okay, because
the mafia.
You're saying that because the employee said report this Steam group and report this guy, that means the whole company wants to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe, and they should fire that guy.
Not maybe. Yes.
It's also possible they're just very
No,
incompetent
it's not
and
possible.
don't understand that they should just fire that guy because he caused a huge PR crisis.
They all want it. They're all evil. It's the same shit. They do this. They're thinking the same stuff you thought when you reported Alex Jones.
I didn't
it's the
report
same.
Alex Jones.
You absolutely did.
I did not. Rex Sexton for 2. Over under on number of biggest problem episodes. This is the last episode. Geo Cool for 2 says bring back the criminalized sobriety shirt, fanboy.
No.
Stinky Poopy Face for 5 says Vito just wanted to let you know the 2020 election was stolen. Thanks. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Stinky Poopy
Oh, he's
Face.
telling me that. Coup for 2. Lying and implying Null. Just call Dick a PDF
Just
file.
do it, Null, you baby. You fucking crybaby.
Obama Gumper for 5. Vito walk the plank and get on the scale. The great guy Gabe for 7 Canadian. I can't say any of that. Giga Warp for 5.
Digger Nick, the nerdy digger.
Nerdy, yeah, sure. Giga
Totally
Warp
normal.
for 5.
Super chats.
Null and Maddox, please team up. You saw
Please
Maddox is
team up,
teaming
Maddox
up
and
with
Null.
Thomas Parnell, or what's? No, not Thomas Parnell.
I saw that.
Tomlinson.
The
Patrick
you're going
Tomlinson.
to jail guy.
Yeah. Heather Salvatore for 2 says, Vito, my man. Thank you, Heather. You're the only one who understands me.
A woman, I would kill myself.
Women identify with me having to deal
they
with
don't
this
think either.
misogynist psychopath.
Everything they
across
think
from
is
me.
just fairy
I am
tales
the female
and
force
bullshit.
on this show in so
That is
many ways.
That is a pejorative.
I'm going up against a crazy ranching
should hire
man.
your DEI guys to force more of
Rex
you.
Section 2, if you go to Turkey, they take it, but not from your head.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Strategery for 2. Shit, saw my name, lol. Please don't take my trucks. I'm taking them. Cypherson, suck dicks for 5. Strategery caused Vietnam. Don't put his name in the Morale. I might start taking people's names out if they complain about their name not showing up. Heather Salvatore for 2. Turn around and seeing who's losing hair in the crown. I got a decent crown going on.
You
There's
are, you
nothing
old
on
bitch.
top. Donu for 2. Hi, Vito. Hope you're doing good. Have a great week. Thank you. Gab for 5 Australian. You said Mr. Girl only says what he means. He's not joking. Vito just said Mr. Girl said a 12-year-old was hot. Vito convinced me sounds like a pedo. Well, take it up with Mr. Girl. The Geek Getaway for 2. You never put my name on the Vito file list. Is your name on the fucking thing? I have a list.
I told you this was a bad idea.
Yeah, guys, if you're not on the list, you fucked up and it's your fault. That's it. Okay? And it's Vito File Plus, not regular Vito File. You have to be giving $10. So if you're on just a regular Vito File, you're not on there. Deep Striker for 2. Vito looks like Jon Favreau in Politically Correct You with that wig. I've never seen PCU. Is that good? A good movie? I heard it's not good.
I've never seen it.
Chud
Never even
Bronson
heard of
for
it.
2. That was the first like woke thing. When we called it Politically Correct.
Oh yeah.
And they made a movie called PCU, and it was Jeremy Piven has to go to college and deal with all these woke college students. And now 20 years later, we get to do the same thing endlessly. Chud Bronson for 2. First time I've given money. I am Vito. Oh, I'm not saying that. Okay, you know, for $2, I'm not gonna make pig noises. Okay. That's not how this works. Echo Majojo for 5. You don't need a conspiracy when interests converge.
No, that's crazy. Nobody's ever teamed up before.
Suit for 2 says, I have a surprise for you in your ex DMs. I don't know if he's talking to me or you.
I don't have it connected here. Hold on, let me see.
Well, yeah, you might
Okay.
I don't know about this Rasta wig.
Looks pretty cool.
Suit Yourself has been making a variety of exciting oh, wow, that was quick.
Oh.
That was very quick.
Wow. It looks like Vito, but a black guy.
Well, just pull it up. Don't.
Look at that.
Nailed it. I mean, I
Amazing.
I assume changing the skin color doesn't take very long.
Amazing.
Wow, it's the likeness is uncanny.
It's just like you. The
likeness
glasses
is
are a little
uncanny.
big.
All right,
wide.
He nailed it.
Guess.
He got it, and it's.
All right, well, what's it gonna be?
Hold on, we're almost. Is that it? Are we done?
What's the game where we smash all the toys? We're a man who tweets about the boys. What's in the box? You know you want it. So get on the scale or I smash it to shit.
Booty. You're not doing it.
I'm doing it. Vito's booty. Vito's booty. What's it gonna be there? Journalist,
Smash
fucking.
it.
It's mother's milk.
Should I hold it up?
No, you can put
Okay.
it down.
It's a mother's milk pop figure. Great. There's your bet. There's your bet. That's the bet. It's not even in frame. No one can see what's happening.
No one cares.
Is that it? Is that it?
Why don't you take a look inside?
Oh, okay. What's in there?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. So it was just a mother's milk this week? What? So did I win or did I? It was just a mother's milk. There's no secret.
There's no secrets.
All right. What's in there? What
How
are
much weight
talking
have you
about?
gained this week?
I didn't gain any weight.
You obviously did.
No, I didn't. I'm just whatever. This whole show's been shitting on me, so I'm not also going to fall
Because you're
for another
defending
mother's
people who
milk.
are evil.
There, I win.
Because you're defending DEI.
That's the bet. All this
mafia
build up,
people.
30 minutes of a pirate singing shanties, and now another stupid mother's milk has been destroyed.
Well,
Congratulations, everybody.
was it destroyed?
I mean, it's like head is fucked.
Good.
What is this bit? What is any of this?
It's that you won't get on the scale.
I will get on the scale sometimes, but not.
You need to lose weight again.
After you've been shitting on me all show, and everybody in the audience is shitting on me all show, I don't also want to open a fake toy and be
you're defending
ridiculed for
bad
being
people.
fat.
You're defending bad people.
I'm defending bad people, and I'm fat, and I deserve a million Mother's Milk
you
pop
always
figures.
you pile more stuff
I
on
deserve a
to make
million
yourself the victim.
And Null's gonna come to my house and shoot me in the head.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't have a magazine.
It's totally crazy.
And there's
that
no
DEI
story. There's
people
no
are
story in my comic.
destroying-
There's no story in my comic.
Well, what is it?
The story. The story is a transformation. I don't want to say it because it's gay. It's gay to like talk about theme like out of context. You read it and you get the story.
Okay.
Okay. There's a very clearly defined theme. I'm not going to give it away. Okay. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's there.
I think you spoiled it when you're a year late.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to do?
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Thanks for coming by. Mother's Milk, everybody. Once again.
There will not be a Mother's Milk next week.
There definitely will be, though.
No, there won't. I promise there won't. I swear.
It's just
To
gonna
God.
be. It's just gonna be Mother's Milk.
No, it won't be.
Okay.
It won't be a Mother's Milk.
If it is, okay.
It won't.
Hold
I
on.
promise.
Refresh it one more time. Let's see how people reacted to this nonsense. The second time I've given money for 20 from Chud, so it wants me to make pig noises again. I'm not doing it for $20 either. I'm sick of this show. Heather Salvatore for 2. No whining dick. I love my Massachusetts man. Thank you, Heather. Heather's the only person who
It's a
understands
man.
me. Deep
That's-
Striker
you're
for
so-
2. Stop saying that.
Don't get Nick
Says
Ricada catfish.
Stomp from the PCU soundtrack is a banger. All right. Another mother, and I have to take it with me. That's the other thing. My house is now full of Mother's Milk figures because I can't leave them here because then you put them back in the box. So now I go to my house and everywhere I look, there's just fucking Mother's Milk.
Why don't you just throw them away?
I don't know. Because I'm worried if I throw them away, someone's going to come to my house and pull them out of the trash and put them back in that fucking box.
Yeah, I really don't understand the bit. Okay. I'm sure it's not.
So now I have to take all this trash. You'll probably put the trash in the box.
Yeah.
Great. Just put, you know what? Just put here. Just put 1 million Mother's Milks in the box. Make the whole box full of Mother's Milk. Why not?
I should call a DEI consultant and see if I should do that.
Yeah. Talk to them. See what they think.
Make Mother's Milk a black lesbian.
Was this a different Mother's Milk than the last
That was a
one?
collector's edition.
This is a collector's edition. He looks kind of different from the other one.
He is.
No, I think it's the same. I don't actually.